Parenting might not come with a manual, but it definitely comes with a lot of laughter, a lot of love, hope, chaos, and a lot of diapers. Welcome back to NYANO MAYA KA KURA. And in today's episode, we're talking about boss moms and baby bags. Yes, the effortless moms, आजको generationको moms who make everything look so easy. उहाँहरूले घरको काम पनि गर्नुहुन्छ, बिहानदेखि बेलुकासम्म बाहिर जाने, तरकारी किन्ने, लुगा धुने, अफिस रन गर्ने. They're in one of the most superior positions at their work. Yet, सबै काम सकाएर घरमा आएर आफ्नो बच्चालाई न्यानो माया दिएर, राम्रो बेड टाइम स्टोरी सुनाएर, मजाले सिरकले टक इन गरेर सुताएपछि बल्ल लामो सास फेर्नुहुन्छ. We're talking about these super moms who make everything look so easy. They're powerhouses with a purpose. So I can't wait to welcome our guests today and hear their story about how they make everything look so effortless. Please put your hands together to welcome Sanna Gurung and Deepa Gurung. All right, our amazing boss moms. के भन्छु म यहाँहरूलाई? Because I think you guys have redefined motherhood. हुन्छ नि? पहिला motherhood सीमित हुन्थ्यो. पहिलाको जमानामा if mothers were working, it was such a big deal. I still remember when my mom was working, म जन्मेपछि कति धेरै कुराहरू सुन्नु पर्थ्यो रे के. बच्चालाई छोडेर गएको छ, दुध पनि खुवाएको छैन. अनि त्यो बेलामा चाहिँ अब I still remember मेरो मम्मीले मलाई भन्नुहुन्छ कि 3 महिना मात्र दुध खाएको रे के मैले मामुको. Because 3 महिना पछि चाहिँ first time 2 days gap भयो रे के. And then when she came back, people told her अब त्यो दुध ग्याप भएपछि खुवाउनु हुँदैन किनभने अब त्यो भित्र पम्प नगरेर उगेपछि त्यो गान्निसक्यो अब खुवाउनु हुँदैन भने. Which was a lie obviously किनभने केही फरक पर्दैन. अनि मम्मीलाई यस्तो गाह्रो हुन्थ्यो रे पम्प गर्दै फाल्नु हुन्थ्यो रे के. खुवाउनै हुँदैन भनिदिएको थियो रे के. So now that you guys are working so actively, you have kids, you leave them at home हुन्छ नि. आज यहाँ आउँदाखेरि खाना खाना भ्याउनु भयो कि माइक्रोवेभमै छोडेर पछि खान्छु भनेर बिर्सेर हिँड्नु भयो कि इज द्याट अ थिङ द्याट ह्यापन्स इन योर हाउस?
Yes, happens a lot. म कफी बनाउँछु. I love my coffee in the morning. म रेडी हुन जान्छु एकछिन यहाँ राखेँ बिर्स्यो. अनि दिदीले तपाईँ कफी ए मेरो कफी छ हो एकछिनमा हिट गरेर खान्छु.
सो यो के मम ब्रेन भएपछि भएको कि पहिलादेखि यस्तो थियो?
I think after mom brain.
Yeah, I think mom brain is definitely a thing.
You guys believe in the mom brain thing?
I do. म पनि अहिले त मेरो छोरी ठुलो भएर त्यस्तो साह्रो हुँदैन अहिले. Now I'm starting to feel like myself. But पहिला चाहिँ त्यस्तै हुन्थ्यो क्या. मम ब्रेन सबै त्यो तातो कफी त कहिले खानै पाउँदैन थियो. चिसो हुन्थ्यो क्या.
राखेपछि बिर्सिने. Did you go through moments like चाबी यहीँ राखेँ थिएँ अहिले छैन अरू म के खोज्न आएको
हुन्छ
आउँदा you forget.
No, yeah.
So it happens to every mom, I think, रहेछ.
Yes, मलाई चाहिँ सुरुमा of course I heard like mom brain हुन्छ भन्ने हैन. तर म चाहिँ I don't write down everything is on my head के. And म स्कुलमा पनि पढ्ने अगाडि बसेर सुन्छु घरमा गएर कहिले नपढ्ने मान्छे. Everything memorize गर्ने. After becoming a mom brain भयो नि त. And I didn't remember म कस्तो रिस उठेको हैन. एकदम रिस उठ्थ्यो कि why is this happening to me? But after a few months I learned that it's actually not a problem. हैन, it's we are providing that memory to take care and protect our child. त्यो रहेछ कि त्यसपछि चाहिँ okay
only that our body is so beautiful हैन. Only that becomes a priority रे के. तिमीले याद गर्यौ when you were pregnant, did you fall sick?
Not really.
बिरामी हुँदैन नि.
I had COVID.
Oh, okay.
That's a different thing.
That's a different thing. COVID was something nobody anticipated or even thought कि यस्तो दिन आउँछ भनेर. Because COVID त अब प्लस हामी अलिकति vulnerable पनि थियो नि हामीलाई भ्याक्सिन्सहरू आइसकेका थिएन. म पनि कोभिड प्रेग्नेन्ट नै हो नि त. सो कोभिडको टाइममा सो तर त्यतिखेर याद गर्छु त्यति धेरै जाडो पनि नहुने अनि you're up like after the baby is born also you're up so many times breastfeeding तर you're next level of strength दिन्छ रे के गडले त्यतिखेर मम्सलाई. बिकज यो आमालाई चाहिँ केही हुनु हुँदैन बिकज द बच्चा निड्स द मम सो ब्याडली भनेर हाम्रो बडी त्यस्तो हुन्छ रे कि. इट्स सो अमेजिङ नो. सो लाइक त्यो मम ब्रेन पनि त्यही हो रे के. यु लेफ्ट टु कार्की समवेयर इट्स नट इम्पोर्टेन्ट रे के. त्यो किज अरूले भेटाउँछ. यु जस्ट फोकस अन यर चाइल्ड भन्ने सिग्नल्स बडीले पनि दिन्छ रे के. द्याट्स वाइ द मम ब्रेन थिङ ह्यापन्स रे के. You'll never forget things about your kids. And soon it's like, wow. हुन्छ नि भन्ने फिल भएको के सो मम हुनुभन्दा अगाडि एन्ड मम भइसकेको पछिको डेफिनेटली वान अफ द बिगेस्ट थिङ्स चेन्जेस मैले पनि फिल गरेको एन्ड आम श्योर यु गाइज विल अग्री इज मी टाइम
Oh my god, again we were talking about that a little bit.
So does your me time look like मेरो त अहिले because my daughter is still 4 सानै हो नि त does your me time look like staying in the bathroom for 20 minutes longer because you're like I'm away from everything and the door is locked so I'm just going to stay here for another 10-15 minutes and get a little bit of me time? What does me time look like right now?
For me it's not that difficult because याङ्की अब ठुलो भयो नि
I know that you can share experiences अलिक सानो हुँदाखेरिको पनि
सानो हुँदाखेरि त्यस्तो हुन्थ्यो नि आमा नुहाउनुलाई पनि स्केड्युल गरेर बेलुका याङ्की सुतेपछि नुहाउनु पर्छ यस्तो हुन्थ्यो नि टोइलेट जानुलाई पनि के कहिलेकाहीँ you have to like if there's no one home you have to be like oh I cannot wait for my daughter to sleep so I can go
for me you know some mom says म बेबी उठ्नुभन्दा अगाडि नै उठेर गर्छु भन्ने I am not an early morning person. What I do is I'm night owl. So baby suteपछि scrolling on my phone or doing whatever I need to do. It happens after baby sleeps.
तर अहिले do you guys feel this zen? जस्तो पहिला when we didn't have babies यस्तो गरौँ त्यस्तो गरौँ एनर्जी हुन्छ नि त क्लबिङ जाम पार्टी जाम but अहिले just एकछिन बच्चा सुतिरहेको छ or if बच्चा is with the grandparents or the dad and stuff just if I can just sit down and just not do anything for a while and just use my phone not worry about anything त्यति नै like oh my god जस्तो
yes definitely it's such a precious time like oh बल्ल मेरो लागि टाइम पायो हुन्छ
and it's like music but no was like I just want peace and quiet everybody shut up and leave me alone huncha
okay so one thing let's talk about one thing because we're talking about before and after before a mom after a mom what is one thing that completely changed for both of you after becoming a mom? What is it, that one thing?
I think for me, something that completely changed is the way I look at the world. But let's say it was just like, not that I'm myself, this is a selfish person, but before baby, it's just all about you.
Yeah.
It's all about what do I want to do, what do I want to wear, where do I want to go, what do I want to eat. After dreams and missions and goals and so. But after baby, you think about everybody. Just like, okay? Like, especially, मैले चाहिँ त्यसरी सोचे like, उसले खायो कि खाएन होला हुन्छ नि अरू बेबीको बारेमा धेरै सोध्छ फेरि अर्को बेबी भएको मान्छेको बारेमा मदरले खायो कि खाएन होला होइन उसलाई रेस्ट पुगे पुगेन सबैको बारेमा धेरै सोच्ने सो आई थिङ्क आई फिल लाइक सो मच लभ टु गिभ टु एभ्री वान फिल हुन्छ मेरो लागि
आई फिल लाइक आइ एम लर्निङ एभ्रिथिङ अल ओभर अगेन क्या लाइक अब पहिला थाहा पाइसकेको चिज अब फेरि छोरीलाई त्यही सिकाउँदाखेरि यु हेभ टु गो ब्याक इट्स लाइक अनलर्निङ पनि के अब यो प्लान्ट मलाई थाहा छ होइन इट्स अलरेडी इन्ग्रेन्ड बट देन अब इफ अब छोरीले अर्कै क्वेसन सोध्यो अरे किन सोइलमा हाल्नुपर्छ प्लान्ट भन्यो भने यस्तो सिम्पल कुरा पनि लाइक समटाइम्स यु डोन्ट नो हाउ टु एक्सप्लेन सो यु हेभ टु गो ब्याक यु हेभ टु अनलर्न टु लर्न अगेन and then this time you look at everything differently
that's such
so it's like I feel like I'm unlearning and learning at the same time and I feel like one of the greatest things that I've quality that I've gained by being a mom is patience. Patience now it's like I'm so angry I want to scream at my daughter but then feel maya ta lagcha
obviously
ani control garnu parcha so patience say मैले एकदमै सिके
I think मेरो चाहिँ the way I look at babies change भएको छ के
हजुर
जस्तो पहिला त you know अब fast life busy you don't have a kid so you'll be like somebody else will say oh my बच्चा is so cute like yeah okay but now चाहिँ अरू कसैको बच्चा रोयो भने त्यो constant like म सेटमा पनि के if I hear a baby cry I was like okay somewhere a बच्चा is crying like why is that baby crying so त्यो levelको compassion चाहिँ I think mom भएपछि मात्र आउँछ अनि मलाई चाहिँ एकदमै त्यो feel मलाई strongly change feel भएको चाहिँ त्यो
हजुर
एकदमै धेरै compassion for like kids के so you know they say work like you don't have kids भन्छ नि it's a statement नि त and then raise kids like you don't have careers
मैले त कहिले पनि सुनेको
and it's the statement because भन्नु खोजेको चाहिँ you have to if you want to be big in life when you work so you have to work like you have no kids even if you have kids तिम्रो त्यो energy and the dedication त्यस्तो हुनुपर्छ रे के that this is the only thing that matters भन्ने खालीको हैन and then raise kids also like you don't have careers के this is my sole priority भनेर अब पहिलाको generation of women मा त यो हुँदैन थियो नि त men go out and work and women come they take care of the home थियो नि त so I think this statement चाहिँ अहिलेको generation को हाम्रो super moms लाई लागू हुन्छ के you are working also like you have no kids छ नि त त्यो level को dedication दिनु पर्यो नि त work मा and then you are raising kids also like you have no careers के which means the best of both worlds like handle गर्नु परेछ नि त, right? Sometimes there are days you get out early in the morning, यो भन्यो lunch पनि खान भ्याएको छैन, एउटा shoot भन्यो, makeup गर्यो, त्यो गर्यो, दिनभरि काम गर्यो, and you still have the energy to come back home and read a bedtime story to your child and tuck the child in, and बल्ल you sit down and take that breather नि त. So त्यो कतिको manage भइरहेछ यहाँको लाइफमा? How much is that your life?
Go first.
Okay, I'll go first. So मेरो लागि चाहिँ when I was in UK, of course हाम्रो फ्यामिली सबै युकेमै हुनुहुन्छ, फ्यामिली हुनुहुन्छ, हेर्न सक्नुहुन्छ होइन, तर पनि बाहिर हुँदा चाहिँ त्यति धेरै हेल्प चाहिँ नपाएको जस्तो फिल भयो मलाई होइन. एभ्रीवन इज वर्किङ, सबैजना काम गर्नु भएको छ, नो म्याटर द एज होइन. अनि नेपालमा आएपछि चाहिँ मलाई मच इजियर लाग्यो बिकज नाउ आई हेभ 2 nannies होइन. अनि me and my husband, we're working, and working so hard to be able to provide this for ourselves. So दिदीहरूले हेरिदिनु हुन्छ अनि राम्रो लक्की पनि भयो, राम्रो मान्छे पायो अनि उहाँहरूले हेरिदिनु भएर चाहिँ मैले मेरो काममा नि फोकस गर्न पाएँ होइन. अघि बिहान उठ्यो, बेबीलाई एकछिन टाइम दियो, हाँस्यो होइन. आई हेभ टु गिभ द मर्निङ र बेलुकाको टाइम चाहिँ म दिन्छु है. सो त्यो गऱ्यो अनि गरेपछि बल्ल म भागेँ दिदी पाएँ भनेर त्यसरी आउँछ होइन. द्याट्स हाउ आइम म्यानेजिङ अहिले चाहिँ.
So balance, you're trying.
I'm trying.
छ पनि. It's not easy. You give quality time to your baby as well.
Yes, that's much needed.
घरबाट निस्केपछि okay, I am in the work zone now.
Yes.
So what about you, Sanna?
You know how they say it takes a village to raise a child? I feel like I am so lucky because I'm surrounded by a really good tribe. Like my friends, my cousins, my afne siblings, my afne family. I'm surrounded by so many people who's so willing to help with everything. We have a very social life. घरि कहाँ हुन्छ, बच्चालाई स्कुलमा लिन जानु भ्याउँदैन, कहिले के हुन्छ. I always have enough people to help me. जहिले पनि घरको साथीले पिकअप गर्न गइरहेको हुन्छ. अनि मेरो आफ्नो भाइ पनि अब if I can't be home in time, मेरो आफ्नो भाइले हेरिदिन्छ. So नेपालमा बसेर चाहिँ त्यही लकी छ कि we have so much people. नेपालमा बसेर we have that village to raise a child. So I want to credit like everyone around me because without my tribe I wouldn't have been able to do it at all.
Okay. That's your story, you know. म चाहिँ कस्तो भयो भने फेरि I am someone who doesn't trust the village.
Oh,
I have
that's
to
interesting. Okay,
yeah,
let's
I have
explore
to
that a little more.
Nanniesहरू पनि I think 5-6 वटा चेन्ज भइसकेको होला. Not because they were not nice people, but they were like हुन्छ नि हाम्रो unsolicited advice दिने टाइपकोहरू चाहिँ म चाहिँ भयो होइन.
I think for us it's easier किनभने अब हामीलाई we're used to this culture नि त. अनि बाहिरबाट आउँदाखेरि चाहिँ it might be like a cultural shock.
But plus you lived outside for very long, right?
Very long time. 25 years नै बढी.
Okay, no, there is a whole section about you shifting back and all that. I'll get to that in more detail. तर do you kind of feel like अहिले यो क्वेसनमा चाहिँ त्यो ट्रस्ट एकदम इस्यु आएको त्यो कारणले गर्दाखेरि हो? बिकज तिमीलाई आफै नै आई फिल लाइक यो कल्चरमा झ्यामिन आफैलाई टाइम लाग्छ नि त. एन्ड नाउ हियर ब्याक हियर बुम विथ अ बेबी. सो आफैले ट्रस्ट गर्न सकिरहेको छैन कति चिजहरू, आफैले बुझिरहेको छैन. अनि of course it's a vulnerable space to just leave your baby and
exactly. And go. I'm from Pokhara. So यो काठमाडौँमा त कोही पनि हुनु हुँदैन के, खास रिलेटिभ्सहरू नजिकको रिलेटिभ्सहरू हुनु हुँदैन. अनि आई क्यान नट जस्ट गिभ ह्यान्ड ओभर माई बेबी टु समन. बट अल्सो आई एम द्याट पर्सन हु डज नट वान्ट टु जस्ट ह्यान्ड ओभर बेबी टु समन के होइन. यु हेभ ट्रस्टेड पिपल विथ यु, बट देन सबै मान्छेहरू चाहिँ ट्रस्टेडै राम्रै भेट्छ भन्ने त ग्यारेन्टी हुँदैन नि त. सो आइड रादर हेभ लाइक रियली नाइस पिपल फ्रम हार्ट, मनबाटै राम्रो मान्छेहरू भेट्यो भने चाहिँ राम्रो हुन्छ सोचिरहेको थिएँ. अनि सुरुमा आउँदा म यस्तो यस्तो हो होइन, म एकदम काममा फोकस हुन्छु. मलाई चाहिँ आई नो तपाईँहरूको नि बच्चा छ होइन, तर तपाईँहरूले चाहिँ मलाई चाहिँ बच्चालाई यो त्यो त्यो नभन्नु, म एकदम त्यस्तो मन पर्दैन. मेरो बच्चालाई कस्तो गर्नु छ मलाई एकदम राम्रोसँग थाहा छ, त्यो गरिरहेको छु. तपाईँले जस्ट मलाई हेल्प गर्नु भनेर भन्छु when I'm hiring.
So is it working right now?
Yeah, it's working. Luckily दुईजना एकदम राम्रो मान्छे भेटेँ होइन. अनि त्यही भएर नै मलाई हेल्प भएछ. क्रेडिट गोज टु देम.
And of course नेपालमा यस्तो छ नि, if a woman is straightforward and knows what she wants, त्यो लेबल लाग्छ कि लाइक कस्तो घमण्डी arrogant छुच्ची रहेछ, यो सँग म काम गर्न सक्दिनँ टाइपको. तिमीलाई त्यस्तो फिल भएको छ कहिले? Even in workspace or just at home, because you both are like, I've given you a name, you're like boss ladies हुन्छ नि. So त्यो approach कहिले feel भएको छ, even your staff होला or even when you're just socializing or meeting new people? Do you think people have a perspective of you that Sanna is like so arrogant, or Deepa सँग त oh my god कस्तो केस ठान्छे आफूलाई टाइपको
I have never felt that way.
Okay.
I in fact feel like the opposite.
Okay.
Whenever people meet me, they're always like, "Oh my god, I look so chuchi bhancha," but I'm the opposite bhancha because I have a very friendly nature. के म कस्तो सबैसँग क्या एकैचोटी बोल्ने खालको छ नि त. So I'd say get quite the opposite.
No, that was actually my question.
Hazur.
People think that you're very arrogant and stuff
Yeah,
because
yeah.
of the way you've handled and presented yourself.
Hazur,
Nita,
hazur.
तर खास त्यो होइन.
होइन
So you actually gave the perfect example of how you're also looked at that way. And you know why that is? Because you're a self-composed, like you take good care of yourself, you look good and you own the place. And त्यो energy नेपालमा त्यति साह्रो पच्दैन क्या अहिलेसम्म. So you're
I agree.
labeled as arrogant.
Yeah.
So for
Do you also get that भन्नु खोजेको मान्छेले चुच्ची भन्न ठान्ने?
I don't get that. I get the opposite because the way I was brought up, I was not brought up in Nepal, I was in Hong Kong and then went to UK, where people are mostly respectful and they talk in a very polite way, especially UK ma, and me, I'm like my dad. I talk, even if I tell the people things that I want, like exactly मलाई यस्तो चाहिन्छ भने पनि, I say it in a very nice and polite way. Whereas one time एउटा मान्छेले चाहिँ सोच्नु भयो कि म कस्तो सोझो भनेर. I talk nicely होइन. They were अलिकति disrespect गर्न खोजेको जस्तो कि.
like हेप्न खोजेको सोझो भन्ने.
Yeah. I talk nicely. This is my politeness. This is what I taught. This is my upbringing. I respect you. I talked respectfully. That does not mean that I'm sozo अनि केही नजान्ने होइन. त्यसरी चाहिँ भन्छु म चाहिँ.
Yeah, so breaking
Stereotypes.
every day.
Hazur.
All of us, right?
Yeah.
Every day. So अहिले भर्खर मैले जुन focus कुरा गरेँ नि about how you're being a working mom and you're trying to find balance in your personal life and your work, होइन? Do you think कहिलेकाहीँ त्यस्तै दिन हुँदाखेरि that one side is suffering? जस्तो मलाई कहिलेकाहीँ feel हुन्छ कि last week I missed my daughter's ballet class. She's just joined ballet, होइन? So I want to go with her every week. हप्तामा एक दिन मात्र हो नि त and it's 1 hour. अनि अस्ति for the first time I missed it, and that day I was like I don't त्यो चाहिँ मलाई I don't want to miss that भनेर मैले एकदम क्लियरली मेरो प्रायोरिटीमा राखेको थिएँ कि हप्ताको एक दिन 1 घण्टा त म निकाल्न सक्छु नि त if I really push for it, but also because of some circumstances I couldn't, होइन? अनि त्यस्तो मोमेन्ट्सहरू आउँछ where you feel like it's kind of like mom guilt as well, but it's also like oh my god, like this side is suffering a little bit because of that, or
like you have to pick one.
Yeah.
पहिला त्यस्तो हुन्थ्यो, but I feel like over time, because I feel like for us, we have so much knowledge, and we're trying to be perfect moms all the time.
Yeah.
And over the years, I realized that when you're trying to be everywhere, trying to every role perfect, गर्नु खोजेको आफ्नो grave dig गरे जस्तो के. So over the years, I've realized that it's okay to not be perfect. अनि पहिला म पनि एकदम हेलिकप्टर मम थियो. एभ्रिथिङ जसलाई पनि किचकिच गर्ने, मेरो छोरीलाई टाइममा किन खुवाएन, किन सुताएन. Over the years, I've just like छाड्दै ल जस्तो के हुन्छ we were raised यतिकै हाउडे तरिकाले.
हामी त खतरा रेज भएको हुन्छ. मेरो ममले मलाई भन्छ क्या ए तिमीहरूलाई दिनभरि छोडिदिन्थे के न्याप टाइममा स्याप टाइम निन्दा लाग्यो भने सुत्थ्यो. अहिले तिमीहरू लेख्न पर्ने रे, न्याप टाइम लेख्न पर्ने रे, हकलबेरी एप चाहिने, कतिचोटि खायो, कतिचोटि हग्यो, कतिचोटि मुत्यो लेख्न पर्ने मेरो भन्छ क्या ममले मलाई. So म पनि I kind of feel like sometimes we नै give too much pressure to ourselves.
Yeah, exactly.
होइन? How do you think about this?
I think म चाहिँ त्यति साह्रो त्यस्तो गरेको छैन. I just अहिले भर्खरै I realized that I'm such म पाइ गरेर सुन्छ but I'm so organized with things के.
Okay.
And even with baby, before baby ni I always told myself when I have a baby, of course I don't want to be a stay-at-home mom. I want to work, but I want to create a career or something for myself where I can give full time to my baby and still follow my passion and what I love. So by this time, I could just work from home.
So
I have a team of people.
You have created a schedule for yourself where if something is important, you're just going to be like, my baby needs me, this can wait.
Yeah. But the only thing mom guilt चाहिँ कति बेला हुन्छ भने अहिले recently, that part where I'm missing भन्ने चाहिँ it's on myself. So I gained 15 kg after I have baby होइन बच्चा पाएपछि. So it's been almost 2 weeks now. I went gym, right? And I have a very nice personal trainer. अनि म अब यो shoot भएपछि नि म gym जान्छु भनेर are you coming or not भनेर म आउँछु भनेको छु है. So त्यति बेलामा especially बेबीलाई घरमा छोडेर जाँदा चाहिँ guilt feel हुन्छ कि नाउलाई के हुने कि हुन्छ नि त्यस्तो हुन्छ. अनि एकदम गिल्ट फिल हुन्छ तर पनि I still go.
Okay, so is gym the only time when you leave the baby and go? Otherwise, are you usually working from home?
Yeah,
a lot
I'm
of the
usually
times?
working
okay.
from my home office. We have our own office. हाम्रो टिमको लागि त हैन. I don't normally go there. I made an office for myself there, but I couldn't like tried it for like 3-4 weeks. तर मैले सकेन के. अनि म घरबाटै गर्छु अनि he's here. Mommy, you working? Yeah, I'm working. Okay, go you play okay. अनि okay, bye. भन्छ. And then when I go office, he's like, you miss me in the office? And now he's like, you miss me in the gym? And I work out.
So त्यो बेला चाहिँ you feel like you're missing out something.
So I tell him, and then I tell him that mommy going to gym to exercise and be strong and I can play with you more. Okay, okay, mommy strong.
Aw, so cute.
Yeah.
So, we're talking about guilt and not being there. Just तिमीलाई हल्का अहिले जिमबाट feel भइरहेछ. मलाई sometimes with my work schedules feel भइरहेछ. जस्तो अहिले I've been working out from home के. म काठमाडौँमै काम गरिरहेको छु, but I live in Baisipati. So मेरो shoot चाहिँ अहिले every day ब्रालिङ कन्टेन्ट पनि अति माथि छ के. So by the time shoot finishes and everything at night, it's always 11-12. So म त्यतैतिर होटलमा बसिरहेको छु के. So अहिले मलाई चाहिँ कस्तो 4 days भयो क्या म घर नगएको. And I'm so close. Baisipati त्यस्तो टाढा होइन. I'm so close, but yet I can't go भन्ने. So यस्तो मोमेन्ट्सहरू आइरहन्छ नि त. I'm sure तिमीलाई पनि आइरहेको हुन्छ होला होइन. So missing moments, missing these nights where you're like, oh, मैले छोरीलाई घर आउँछु भनेको थिएँ तर म आउनु पाइनँ. Sometimes त्यस्तो होला. Or school pick-up गर्छु भनेको थिएँ, school pick-up गर्नु पाएन होला. यस्तोहरूमा where do you feel like, oh, it's enough? It's enough. योभन्दा धेरै नगर्दा पनि हुन्छ. अरू कसैले पिकअप गर्दा पनि हुन्छ भन्ने. So this is for all the new moms because I feel like अहिलेको सोसाइटीमा यति pressure छ of you wanting to do everything, handle everything हुन्छ नि. अनि अहिले judgment पनि धेरै छ. जस्तो मलाई कति भन्छ क्या मान्छेले बच्चा छोडेर यता नाच्न गएको उता नाच्न गएको त्यसले पनि अलिकति हान्छ कहिले काहीँ होइन. हाम्रो जमानामा त हामी कहिले. So this generation moms face so much के. So your part ma say, I want you guys to tell moms it's okay.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
So when is it okay? Ke gardakheri say it's not okay. Where do we draw the line?
I feel like every time I feel testo, when I feel like I'm not doing well enough, I tell myself, a happy mom is the best mom.
Of course.
Zabardasti, you're there for everything, but you're afu like kosto naraम्रो situation ma parera, you're running yourself dry. Then you can't be like a good mom. You can't be a good example.
Yeah.
So when I take like time away, when I can't always be there, I always tell myself like, oh, I'm doing this because I'm gonna be a better mom.
Yeah.
I'm gonna be a better example. So I feel like whenever you feel guilty, just say, you're gonna be a better mom to be a better example. Just so like so.
And I think
your question?
Yeah,
Sorry.
this is and so in early generation, you want to do everything, you want to be everywhere, but આજકાલको moms they prioritize self-care.
Yeah.
And they prioritize, like we go do our nails. So of course we leave our babies at home, no? We might go for a good spa day or just go out, drink with friends go for movies. अब पहिलाको जेनेरेसनको मम्सहरूले त्यो हेर्दाखेरि त हेर न यो नकचरीहरू बच्चा घरमा छोडेर घुम्न गएको एङ्गल छ नि त होइन. So I think it's very important for us as this generation of moms to give this message that, like you said, a happy mom is going to be a healthy mom and is going to give more better for the kids in it. So sometimes you might not want to do anything. You might be in a very bad mental state and don't want to meet anybody. That's also okay. Just showing up is also okay sometimes. Your message, I think, out there enough छैन.
I think so. हाम्रो पहिलाको जेनेरेसनमा चाहिँ कस्तो भयो नि, it's more about the woman doing everything. एउटा मदर भएपछि एउटा बुहारी भएपछि चाहिँ सबैको केयर गरेको छ. आफ्नो बारेमा कहिले पनि सोच्नु भएन हैन.
सोच्नु पनि पाप भयो के पहिला चाहिँ.
त्यसले गर्दा नै अहिले उहाँहरूको थिङ्किङ नै त्यस्तै भयो. लाइक जस्तो ठाउँमा हुर्कियो त्यस्तै हुन्छ नि त होइन मान्छे होइन. सो त्यसले गर्दाखेरि थिङ्किङ नै त्यही भयो. चेन्ज हुन चाहिँ गाह्रो भयो कि. तर अहिलेको जेनेरेसनले चाहिँ बिकज वी हेभ नलेज एन्ड इन्फर्मेसन प्रोभाइडेड थ्रु सोसियल मिडिया एन्ड अल दिस अनलाइन थिङ्सहरू एन्ड अहिले हजुरले गर्नुभएको जस्तो यस्तो सोजहरूबाट धेरै इन्फर्मेसन पाउँछ थुप्रै मान्छेहरूबाट होइन. त्यसले गर्दा चाहिँ अहिलेको जेनेरेसनको मम्सहरूले चाहिँ दे डोन्ट थिङ्क लाइक द्याट के. लाइक से फर एक्जाम्पल फर मी when I look at you I feel like oh she is so amazing. You're like you have a baby होइन, you have a beautiful girl होइन, अहिले baby girl अनि like you're everywhere. Where do you get the energy feel? I feel so inspired by you. पहिलाको एपिसोड्सहरूबाट नि एकदमै हेल्प भएको थियो. सो मैले हजुरलाई देख्दा यता सुट गर्न गएँ नि त्यहाँ गएँ नि. How does she do it? सुपर मम फिल हुन्छ क्या मलाई के रियली म अघि नै आएदेखि मलाई यो भन्नु मन थियो हजुरलाई होइन या द्याट्स वाट आई फिल अबाउट यु सो अहिलेको जेनेरेसनले मोर ओपन माइन्डेड मोर कुराहरू सिक्नु भएको छ देख्नु भएको छ त्यही भएर चाहिँ त्यसरी सोच्नुहुन्न होला पहिलाको जेनेरेसन चाहिँ अलिक टाइम लाग्छ
या तर त्यसरी सोच्नुहुन्न यस डेफिनेटली वी आर द्याट तर समाज स्टिल त्यही अड्किरहेको छ कि सो what do you want to say to त्यो जेनेरेसन जुन ग्याप छ नि जस्तो म जहिले पनि भन्छु कि एभ्री स्पेस द्याट आई गेट चाहिँ तपाईँको बुहारी या तपाईँको बिकज अ लट अफ द टाइम्स बुहारी हो नि त छोरीलाई चाहिँ एकदमै माया हुन्छ बुहारीलाई चाहिँ हुँदैन कि धेरै जस्तो अनि हामीलाई सिकाएर पनि त्यसरी पठाएको हुन्छ लट अफ द टाइम त बुहारी हो है त्यो सासू भनेको कहिले आमा हुँदैन है भनेर सिकाएको हुन्छ सासूलाई पनि अब बुहारी आउँदैछ त्यसलाई त ठिक ठाउँमा राख्नुपर्छ त्यो डाइनामिक्स चाहिँ सो रङ छ के यु नो सो बिकज अफ द्याट बुहारी अ लट अफ द 80% अफ द टाइम्स है म त टच वुड my mother-in-law is not like that, my home is not like that. तर सबैजनाले यसरी भन्न सक्दैन कि सो अलरेडी नै त्यो प्रिकन्सिभ नोसनको साथ तपाईँ जानुहुन्छ कि ए अब मलाई यो सासूले दल लाउँछ यो घर मेरो कहिले हुँदैन अनि सासू पनि सेम बुहारी आउनलाई चाहिँ यो कहिले छोरी हुँदैन सो त्यस्तो घरहरू चाहिँ त्यो मेन्टालिटी अझै पनि छ के सो इफ वी women like us were to go to those homes कति दुःख पाउँछ होला सोच्नु because you are trying to change the narrative and saying you know I want to work and I want to do त्यो but त्यो माथि लेभलबाट के आइरहेछ कि ए त बच्चा छोडेर जाने यो त्यो सो त्यो पनि एउटा फ्रस्ट्रेसन धेरै घरमा छ क्या अझै you know
no being a mom and a wife is a different thing being a buhari is added like more responsibility so it's so difficult to be a buhari.
Difficult. Yeah. So I kind of feel like, you know, it's a shows but we can educate these households as well that, you know, if your buhari wants to take a shower for 30 minutes after giving birth,
take over.
2 महिना भित्रै it's okay. कति बेर लाएर नुहाएको भन्न त्यो कमेन्ट पास गर्न जरुरी छैन नि त यु नो अनि जतिखेर पनि एक्सपेक्टिङ द्याट बच्चा रोए कि जे गरे पनि त्यो आमै दौडेर आउनुपर्छ त्यो पनि needs to change slowly. So just like this generation ko moms are changing, the families of those moms also need to change and adapt. हुन्छ नि त्यो shift आउनु पर्छ आई पनि रहेछ slowly. So yeah त्यही हो I think if you're watching and if your buhari is expecting is about to have a baby then please learn and unlearn few things
and be kind,
you know,
people can learn from good examples pani. So I'll give my good example you know I'm lucky that I don't have this type ko mother-in-law you know my mother mommy नै भन्छु हैन उहाँलाई हैन just तिमी जाऊ don't worry leave the child with me हैन अनि
नेपालको कन्टेक्स्टमा त त्यो फर्चुनेट भन्छु म
है I'm fortunate नै भन्छु to have a mother-in-law like that उहाँले चाहिँ हामीलाई किचनमा नि नआऊ भन्छ हामी फोकस अन यो वर्क भन्नुहुन्छ कि एकदम फोकस अन यो वर्क बाबुको चिन्ता नगर हामी युकेमा हुँदै बेलामा कि अनि हेर्न ढुक्क हेर्न पाइन्छ झन् खुसी भनेर त्यसरी भन्नुहुन्थ्यो होइन सो मी आइ एम लकी इन द्याट वे अनि धेरैजना मान्छेहरू नि त्यस्तो हुनसक्छ है बिकज देयर आर पिपल लाइक द्याट सो पिपल क्यान लर्न टु बी त्यस्तो
I also feel like the guy, husband, plays a very big role in this situation.
Very important.
Like, कति धेरै ठाउँमा even if not चाहेर पनि त्यो jealousy हो कि के हो between like I feel like सासूहरूलाई कस्तो लाग्छ भने अब मेरो छोराले अर्को female-लाई माया गर्यो
and she's become more important.
Yeah. And then I think like केटाहरूले चाहिँ stand लिनुपर्छ त्यो I've seen like so many differences जहाँ सासू र बुहारीको dynamics राम्रो र नराम्रोमा त्यो बुढाको चाहिँ रोल क्या like
how he balances
everything
the whole situation.
So that's very important too.
I think मैले यो context किन जोडे भने like very recently अब I'm not going to take any names so there's a person I know okay she's very educated masters पनि गरिसकेको and she is married into a very educated family त्यो छोरा पनि masters गरेको अझ विदेशमा बसेर पढेर आएको अनि फ्यामिली जुन सासू ससुरा छ नि त्यो मेरो साथीको उनीहरू पनि एकदम लाइक मजाको के हेर्दा एकदम खानदानी सो नाउ शी इज गिभन बर्थ होइन शी थट अब बच्चा पाउँछु अनि त्यही त लाइक अस अब अलिक महिना 3-4 महिना त अभियसली युल गिभ फुल टाइम बट आफ्टर द्याट बिसाइड नानी राखेर आई गेट ब्याक टु वर्क खालिको बट ऊ अहिले सकमा छ के बिकज उसको त्यो इनलज त्यो रङ फेरे जस्तै गरेर कस्तो भयो भने अहिले चाहिँ अब किन काम गर्नु पर्यो नानीले कहाँ बच्चा राम्रोसँग हेर्छ त अब तिमीले नै हेर्ने हो होइन अनि सुरुमा उसलाई कस्तो होइन होला यो 1-2 दिन भन्न खोजेको होला 2-3 महिना भन्दा अब त्यो बच्चा 3 वर्ष भएर उसले फेरि बच्चा पाइसक्यो कि अर्को एन्ड अब 2टा बच्चा छ अनि स्टिल नानी छैन घरमा हायर नै गर्न लाइक राख्नै नदिएको के नानी राख्नु भनेको त हामीले 24 hours ले ल अब म छोडेर गएँ है होइन नि त त्यो for अहिलेको जेनेरेसनको educated working moms if they want to leave the house and work they should have the liberty too नि right so त्यो कति मैले कन्टेक्स्ट जोड्न खोजेको चाहिँ कति पढे लेखेको खानदानी घरहरुमा पनि
त्यस्तो हुन्छ
त्यो अझै पनि
that's what we think like exposed to the western modern छ open minded छ तर at the end of the day त्यो निस्किन्दो रहेछ नि क्या to a certain extent क्या so म पनि सरप्राइज नै भएको छ कति धेरै सिचुएसन
so उलाई अहिले यस्तो गाह्रो छैन she is working from home तर पनि उसको बच्चा रोयो भने उसैलाई आवाज दिन्छ के and she is working but घरमा मान्छेहरु छ but ui जानु पर्ने
that's so sad
that's so toxic right grandchild happening to her mental health
त्यो grandchild त आफ्नै हो नि त फेरि हैन आफूले गर्दा भयो
तर त्यो expectations कि अब आमा हो तिम्रो top priority उ हुनु पर्छ nobody has to tell a mom के तिम्रो बच्चा तिम्रो top priority हो we know that
automatic
but the way of हामीले handle गर्ने or balance गर्ने it's different नि त you know top priority हो भनेर 24 घण्टा यसरी बोकेर बस्नु पर्दैन नि त right
even babies they need like their alone time
of course
I think they need to discover
oh yeah that's true
let them get bored
like अब हामीले के हाम्रो तरिका छुट्टै हुन्छ नि त अब मैले चाहिँ याङ्कीलाई सानो हुँदाखेरि यत्तिकै छाड्दिन्छ फोरहरु खेल्न लाउँछ मान्छेहरुले के भन्ने के हैन कजनहरुले older फोर समात्यो यो गर्यो त्यो गर्यो but we think like that's how they learn and explore
that's how they grow that's how their immunity becomes stronger obviously
so they only like you said unsolicited advice we know what we're doing best for our kids so like leave us
another episode to just talk about these advices topic किन नलाइदिएको the biggest one that I get के
cuz पहिला त जहिले पनि टोपी लाउँछ नि त सानो बच्चाले
गर्मी महिना पनि टोपी लगाइदिनु भन्छ like what kind of logic is that के
only
सानो बच्चा त देख्नै नहुने they just assume a lot of people कि बारेमा टोपी लाउनु पर्छ सानो बच्चा it doesn't work like that झन् उनीहरूले भन्न सक्दैन सफोकेट भित्र पसिना आएर a lot of the pneumonia cases त्यसरी स्टार्ट हुन्छ भित्रै पसिना आएर त्यो पसिना त्यही सुकेर that's how they get really sick हुन्छ नि but okay Deepa
yes
let's go back to that big question
okay
did you come back for your career or did you come back because oh bacha payo I'm going to have a lot easier life in Nepal because मेरो family हरु हुन्छ everything हुन्छ what was the reason and how hard has it been
मेरो family हरु यही हुन्छ भनेर चाहिँ हैन all my families from like many years generations बाहिर नै हुनुहुन्छ हैन I'm the only person who came to Nepal सबै shock why किन आएको नेपाल हैन
सबै बाहिर जान्छ was it a decision like this or
no
because I've known you for a very long time पहिला देखि मलाई उले उसको गुण्डाको अनि उसको परीको उताबाट पनि PR packagesहरु पठाइदिन्थे के परी cosmetics
because I admire her so much
so we used to always be in touch and then when she came back सुरुमा when I found out I was like ए एकछिन ला आको होला टाइपको now I was जाँदैन त so how, was it like this or was it like a proper calculated plan was it driven because of the baby
it's not because of the baby it's for my own plans business ko lagi nai ho and every time I always take calculated risks tara like I'm not afraid to do it okay courageous nai cha ma हैन so बेबी को लागि चाहिँ नानी हुन्छ भने त्यो थाहा थिएन हैन थाहा थिएन भन्नाले I don't know कस्तो मान्छे पाउँछ हैन अनि उतै फ्यामिली हुँदा फ्यामिलीले हेर्दिनु हुन्थ्यो हामी मुभी डेट नाइट जान्थ्यो हैन रमाइलो हुन्थ्यो यहाँ आएपछि त्यो गरेको छैन बरु धेरै है सो यहाँ आउने रिजन चाहिँ बिकज आई मिस्ड ग्रोइङ लाइक यहाँ चाहिँ ग्रोइङ अप भएन नि त बाहिरै ग्रो अप भयो आई डोन्ट नो वाट इज माई कन्ट्री डु आई बिलोङ हियर अर डु आई बिलोङ देयर भयो कि सो आई वान्टेड टु फिल वाट्स इट लाइक लिभिङ इन माई कन्ट्री नेपाल भनेर सोचेँ एन्ड आई कन्भिन्स्ड माई हस्बेन्ड एन्ड and then also like there's so many people in Nepal who love us, who love our brand. There's so much demand. Let's go and try कस्तो हुन्छ भनेर जाने भन्यो प्लान गर्यो baby goes with us everywhere we go. So with baby लाई and everywhere baby has ule 3.5 भयो. He has traveled to 10 countries already because we keep traveling. We take him everywhere okay? So nice. Baby आएर चाहिँ हामीले हाम्रो लाइफस्टाइल चाहिँ शिफ्ट गर्ने होइन अफ कोर्स उसको लागि कम्फर्टेबल त बनाउनु पर्यो होइन we go with the flow baby goes with the flow with us we don't fit into his schedule he fits into our schedule
so
but we need to make sure that he's comfortable and happy and has lots of playtime
I think that's like एउटा European country तिर raising child क्या like that's what they say क्या like don't change your life obviously we have to make lifestyle changes but
अलिअलि
then
त चेन्जेस डेफिनेटली हुन्छ
भइहाल्छ
हैन अब बच्चाले लिएर 4 बजेसम्म क्लबिङ जानु
no.
त्यो लाइफस्टाइल चेन्ज त हुन्छै हुन्छ
तर अनि युरोपको एउटा कुन हो कन्ट्रीको आई डोन्ट रिमेम्बर तर त्यहाँको चाहिँ त्यस्तो हो अरे क्या लाइक यु ब्रिङ त्यो बच्चाहरूलाई पनि हाम्रो ठुलो मान्छेको लाइफस्टाइल पनि देखाउनु लाइक रिसेन्टली अस्ति न मेरो साथीहरूको ग्यादरिङ थियो एउटै बच्चा थिएन एउटा प्लेग्राउन्ड थिएन के पनि थिएन बट आई टुक याङ्की देयर टु So I feel like they learn so many social skills and emotional intelligence.
Definitely.
Yeah, just like doing like adult things.
New
also,
exposure every day. It's shaping their brains and that's a bunch. The first 7 years of your kid's life is when the brain takes shape the most. But त्यतिखेरको experiences-हरु, त्यतिखेर उ केमा expose भएको छ, what kind of upbringing and knowledge he's getting, the love and affection from the parents. त्यो सबै is going to shape the kind of the kind of person this bachcha is going to be. Okay? So I also ekdam believe in this कि म पनि जहाँ पनि लिएर जान्छु कि आइकालाई as much as I can and as much as if it's comfortable. अब उसलाई राख्ने पनि ठाउँ छैन तारै म त majority of the time it's shoot, my life is shoot. अब ठाउँै छैन अब यता पनि हिँड्न पाउँदैन साइलेन्सहरु भन्छ त्यसमा त I don't take her because she doesn't have patience. बिचारा how can you tell a 4-year-old to अब यहाँ बस्छ तर बोल्न मिल्दैन है भनेर. But मेरोमा चाहिँ लिबर्टी के छ भने कतिचोटी the shoots happen in such exotic places हुन्छ नि यस्तो राम्रो राम्रो resort or we get to travel. So त्यति बेलामा चाहिँ I take her and she loves it. अस्ति मैले उसलाई फर्स्ट टाइम झुलुङ्गे पुलमा हिँडाएको के एन्ड सी इज लाइक वाउ बिकज अब त ऊ भोकल भइसक्यो नि त 4 years भएर सी वाज सो मेस्मराइज्ड के यतादेखि उतासम्म यो पुलले मलाई पुऱ्याउँछ तर यो पुल झुन्डिरहेछ नि त सी लाइक मम लाइक यो कसरी झुन्डिरहेछ यो सम अफ द क्वेसन्स लाइक यु सेड के It's like you look at life and you look at understanding so differently. Now she's asking me यो पुल त्यहाँबाट त्यहाँसम्म कसरी झुन्डिरहेछ यो कसको आइडिया होला I was like, yeah, यो कसको आइडिया होला त एउटा डाँडाबाट अर्को डाँडासम्म एउटा झुन्डिने पुल हाल्दिउँ So I was like, baby, I don't know. But I'd also love to find out. अनि मामा अनि यो कसरी यसरी बनाएको तारै तार राखेर किन बनाएको मामा So it's like such innocent questions के Like हात घुसाएर समाउनलाई हो भन्छ कि you know how you can put your hand inside झुलुङ्गे पुलमा So she thinks, her innocent brain thinks त्यो यसो समाउँदै हिँड्नलाई बनाएको अरे कि त्यो पुल And I was like,
cute.
Maybe
we never know किन बनाएको So मलाई मनपर्छ this concept of taking your kid along and letting them explore new things So you did that
Yeah, I'm doing
you
it.
told your husband okay let's go back to Nepal फर्केर आयो You shared a little bit about how you had a little bit of trust issues and हुन्छ नि with that But how is everything now with your business and have you found your footing अहिले चाहिँ
Yeah, I think so. पहिला चाहिँ ट्रस्ट इस्युज चाहिँ किन भयो भन्दा यहाँ अफकोर्स बाहिरै फ्यामिलीहरूसँगै हुँदा चाहिँ त्यस्तो के भएन फ्यामिली हो एन्ड देन देयर सो लभिङ होइन हामीलाई नै कति माया गर्नुहुन्छ नि आफ्नो नाति पनातिलाई त कति माया गर्नुहुन्छ होइन त्यो वरि नै भएन यहाँ आएपछि चाहिँ आफ्नो मान्छे कोही नै छैन नि त हुनुहुन्छ पोखरामा बट वेयर इन काठमाडौँ होइन एन्ड एभ्रिथिङ वी डु इज इन काठमाडौँ है सो यहाँ चाहिँ ट्रस्ट इस्युज चाहिँ किन भयो भन्दा अफकोर्स यु डोन्ट नो समन अब नचिनेको मान्छेलाई बच्चा छोडेर जान गाह्रो हुन्छ नि त अनि तर म चाहिँ यस्तो भन्छु कि यु एट्र्याक्ट द एनर्जी द्याट यु गिभ आउट सो मैले नि राम्रो गरेर चाहिँ मैले राम्रै मान्छेहरू भेटाएँ अनि राम्रै मान्छे भेटेपछि चाहिँ अब इन टाइम चाहिँ ट्रस्ट पनि बढ्दै गयो सो अहिले चाहिँ ल दिदी हेरिदिनुहोस् है भन्यो भने उहाँलाई नै हामीले राम्रो ट्रिट गर्छ नि त सो राम्रो ट्रिट गरेपछि उहाँले नि त्यही ब्याक दिने हो सो That's how no trust issues.
So life's good.
Good नै भनौँ.
You're not gonna go back.
I don't want to go back. I actually tried to build a house here. उतापट्टि हाम्रो माथि जग्गा छ कि एउटा ठाउँमा. We've like waited 6-7 months for the pass हुनको लागि के नक्सा पास हुनु पर्दो रहेछ. ब्यालेन्सरले नयाँ रुल गर्दाखेरि बनाउनै नमिल्दो रहेछ.
ब्यालेन्सरले धेरै खतरा चीजहरु गर्नु भएको छ.
यही बस्ने भनेर सेट नै भएको छ माइन्ड but we will still travel back and forth
because
UK
is there a lot of your family.
and my dad is in Hong Kong so हामी 3 ठाउँमा यस्तो हपिन भइराख्छ and I love traveling so it's fine.
जिन्दगीको मजै त्यहीमा त छ नि right you balance work and life and you travel and then what a beautiful life we have जस्तो लाग्छ कि कहिले we're getting to do all these things. Okay, let's go to you. I think you were one of those people who were so open about your pregnancy at that time when it was considered very ashleel. त्यो टाइममा हुँदा तिम्रो pregnancy and I too was so proud of you for flaunting your body and flaunting pregnancy and doing everything हुन्छ नि तर त्यो टाइममा you've been open about pregnancy everything you vlogged your birth right not the whole everything तर and that was so new for people here okay बाहिरतिरको विदेशी vlogहरु त हामीले देखेको हुन्छ about the actual like process and stuff but you were one of them to do it अनि त्यतिखेर like did you face hate?
I think like over the years, Sunny, one good quality about me is mancheko noise doesn't really affect me. Okay?
Okay.
The only opinions that matter to me is people who are close to me. And people who are close to me, they won't say bad things.
Of
Like
course.
they'll I know. So they know the real me and sabai ani unale मलाई अब if I'm doing something wrong मलाई guide त गर्छ तर अनि मान्छेहरूको हेटहरू त कति आए पनि it doesn't affect me नै क्या खोइ के हो I feel like I've built like a shield क्या अनि affect नै हुँदैन so I don't listen to that outer noise
Yeah.
त्यसैलाई भयो कि भएन पनि थाहै हुँदैन क्या लाइक मलाई हेट गर्दैछ कि छैन पनि थाहै हुँदैन I'm just doing my
So you're
thing
basically like, oh.
थाहै हुँदैन so
No,
it won't
and
affect
you were also quite open about and
Yeah.
vocal about the whole thing हुन्छ नि आफ्नो pregnancy को journey मा तर म pregnant हुँदाखेरि पनि I faced this के so I'm sure at some point we all faced it होला अब म pregnancy को बेलामा last year actually I went swimming with my girlfriends के we had gone to a swimming pool in a hotel अनि मैले 2 piece नै लगाएको थिएँ के it was cute यत्रो बुढी छ होइन भोलिपल्ट त त्यो नेसनल पेपरमा आएको थियो क्या त्यो फोटो बट कस्तो वेमा भन्दा चाहिँ अब लाइक आई हेभ क्रस द लाइन भनेर के द्याट छाडा भयो भनेर लाइक भुँडी भनेको त छोप्नुपर्छ अरे किनभने आँखा लाग्छ अरे हुन्छ नि पहिला पहिला हामी कुर्ता लाएर सल पनि लाएर हात राखेर हिँड्ने समाज हो अरे नि त हाम्रो त्यो पेट देखाउनु हुँदैन अरे अनि एकदम छाडा भयो हुन्छ नि यस्तो यस्तो खालेको बट बिचरा मी जस्ट दिस यङ ब्युटिफुल गर्ल इन्जोइङ अ स्विम
yeah
with my girls अब स्विमिङ पुलमा त अब स्विमिङ कस्ट्युमै लाउनु पर्यो नि त होइन यस्तो बेसिक पोइन्टर्सहरू पनि समटाइम्स यु हेभ टु एक्सप्लेन के तर त्यो टाइममा के भएको थियो भने देन आई ओन्ड माई ट्रुथ के
yeah
लाइक कल आउट नै गरेर मैले के भने अब स्विमिङ खेल्दा हजुर स्विमिङ कस्ट्युमै लाइन्छ हजुर एन्ड आम सो प्राउड अफ द वे माई बडी हेज बिकम मलाई कुनै लाज या घिन या एन्ड देन ल त्यो अश्लील भयो नराम्रो देखियो समाजमा तपाईँले समाजलाई कहाँ लाँदै हुनुहुन्छ खालिको एउटा नरेटिभ अर्को नरेटिभ यस्तो भैँसी जस्तो देख्दा पनि किन त्यो भुँडी देखाउनु पर्यो हो अर्को त्यो लाइक बेसिकली ट्राइन से यु लुक सो ब्याड होइन अनि थर्ड चाहिँ अब यस्ताले अब बच्चालाई पनि यस्तै सिकाउने भयो छाडा एकदम धेरै त्यो नरेटिभ थियो कि एन्ड आई ओन्ड माई ट्रुथ एन्ड आई सेड यु नो आई हेभ लभ माई बडी when I was thin
yeah
I love my body now and भोलि बच्चा निस्केपछि त केही समय त म अलिकति healthier side मै हुन्छु नि त and I'm gonna love my body there as well so then I just randomly said if you guys have pregnancy photos unfiltered where you're just completely and you want to share it then please let's share it all भन्दा यस्तो wave आएको थियो क्या त्यतिखेर
wow
so many women shared their pregnancy photo and COVID को बेलामा हो नि त्यो अरू काम पनि छैन घर बस्यो and then just okay new trend has come let's just go भनेर I felt so like empowered के त्यतिखेर like I'm doing something right feel भएको क्या because see it's your body your choice हो नि त मुखले मात्रै भनेर त भएन नि त if a woman is comfortable to show your body during pregnancy or after pregnancy or vlog your birth or do whatever it's your choice and if you're not त्यो पनि your choice हो नि त so it felt so good advocating for that okay
yeah
so the two of you also sharing your journey sharing everything do you feel you've inspired so many people to be their authentic self kind of like unknowingly and how does it feel to be known as the change makers because I see you guys as change makers okay?
Yeah, I do think like our story making everything publicly it does inspire people
yeah
I know but I think like अघि न तपाईले भन्नु भएको चाहिँ you have a bigger public you're a bigger public figure and तपाईको story चाहिँ reaches like अर्कै टाइपको अडियन्स पनि नि not just like niche audience त्यसैलाई पनि maybe you face more hate than we do so I personally don't have that many hate experienceहरू तर going back to feeling inspired क्या अब so many people मेरो birth was not typical like I didn't get married होइन
yeah so that's another
that was another thing होइन अनि तर पनि just because अब त्यस्तोरी बच्चा पायो भन्नेमा त I don't have to be ashamed of it क्या it's not something to be proud of obviously but it's not like मेरो छोरी was planned everyone thinks it was an accident क्या it was literally planned me and my daughter's father we both said let's have a baby and actively planned to have a baby होइन तर because we weren't married everyone thought like accident भयो अनि when I embraced it so proudly सबैले चाहिँ अलिकति त्यो भयो नि त like what's going on what's going on
पच्दैन नि त कहाँ पच्छ त त्यस्तो कुरा हजुर
तर अनि अब त्यसरी एक्सिडेन्ट्स त हुन्छ नि त सो उनीहरूलाई चाहिँ I feel like I've inspired them like बच्चा पायो त it's not nothing to be ashamed of क्या होइन it's nothing to be ashamed of you're a mom you have so much love for your kid a whole human being create गरिरहेको छ it's so powerful it's so magical you don't have to be ashamed of it भनेर I feel like I inspire people like no matter the circumstance अब जे हुनु छ भइसक्यो बच्चा पाएपछि you're a mom, and as long as you take good care, I feel like you shouldn't be ashamed to
Of
be
course,
a mom.
of course. You're married, you're not married, that's your choice नि त हैन.
हजुर.
अब त्यो भन्नेमा हामीले यहाँ आएर पडकास्टमा चाहिँ ए हैन है बिहे नगरी बच्चा पाउनु भने त्यो प्रमोट
no,
गर्न
of course
खोजे हैन.
not.
Everybody
हजुर.
has their own story.
Circumstance.
तर circumstance different हुने बित्तिकै the mom is not valid, the बच्चा is not valid त भएन नि त.
हजुर.
त्यो चाहिँ नजर छ नि त, because you being pregnant and you giving birth is the purest form of joy, no matter how it happened. Okay? Like how we say all babies are precious,
हजुर.
no matter if it's normal delivery, C-section, no matter if it's surrogate or adoptive नि त. तर त्यो हेर्ने नजर कस्तो फरक छ के. Don't you think?
Yeah, no, I
मैले पनि C-section गरेको हो नि त. अनि मैले कसैलाई नर्मल हो भन्छ त C-section ए काटेर निकालेको.
Yeah.
like it's so easy के. पुश गरेर निस्के पो तिमीले मातृत्व फिल हुन्छ त पुरै तर च्यातेर अनि बजाने काटेर निकाल्ने त्यो त इजी भयो नि. I don't know who puts these things in people's heads के.
हो नि.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. No, when people ask me that question also, I'm like, I am so glad I didn't do natural, because I couldn't have done it. Yeah, like it would have traumatized me. So like
You're owning it.
अब जे हुनु छ भइसक्यो. You're a mom now, and that's all that matters.
That's all that matters.
कसरी प्रेग्नेन्ट भयो, कसरी बच्चा yeah, go ahead, sorry.
मलाई चाहिँ झन् सी सेक्सनले नै ट्रमाटाइज गरे कि बिकज बेबी पनि टु ठुलो भएर 2 weeks अगाडि नै निकाल्नु पर्यो भन्यो. नेचुरल हुँदै हुँदैन, यु हेभ टु गो सी सेक्सन भन्यो. म चाहिँ मेरो माइन्डमा चाहिँ नो यु हेभ टु गिभ नेचुरली भन्ने त्यो छ नि त, सबैले भनेको सुन्छ नि त. त्यसले 3 days लेबर त्यो नि आर्टिफिसियल इन्ड्युस गरेको होइन. 3 days वेट गरेर आउँदै आउँदैन. म पनि मस्त सुत्यो, बेबी पनि मस्त सुतेछ. अनि वी निड टु डु सी सेक्सन भनेर गऱ्यो.
मैले पनि एकदम ट्राई गरेँ natural. I was also in labor for 27 hours.
I saw your
But
story.
after that, I just couldn't do it anymore. थाक्दैन 27 years सम्म यत्रो भुँडी लिएर घरि फ्यास्याएर फ्याफा गरेर हिँडेछ, just waiting घर कहिले खुल्छ भनेर होइन. And I feel like मलाई पनि यस्तो एजुकेटेड भएर यस्तो संसार देखेर पनि low key somewhere in my head I have to prove a point and I have to do natural delivery थियो के.
हजुर.
So see कसरी जडा गारेर बसेको हुन्छ क्या यस्तो चिजहरू के. So that's why it's very important that we change the narrative जस्तो लाग्छ क्या. लास्टसम्म मैले होइन आखिर के हुँदो रहेछ त. Does being a C-section mom make me less of a mom?
Exactly, होइन.
Or being unmarried makes you less of a mom? No, right?
No, हो नि त.
तर यति धेरै labels छ that we have to fight every day. So I feel like we have this platform and we need to make use of every episode and every voice that we have to collectively try to bring change and sanity जस्तो लाग्छ कि.
Definitely.
So many things.
भर्खरै भन्नुभएको जस्तो क्या, even if like subconsciously we set ourselves कस्तो pressure क्या.
Yeah.
So like when we hear अरू मान्छेको story, हामीले less pressure राख्छ क्या. Like हाम्रो walls तल गरिसक्यो क्या. So it's so important. What you're doing here is so like राम्रो, किनभने अब अरूहरूले सुनेको मान्छेहरूलाई पनि अब सबकन्सियसली एउटा के प्रेसर स्ट्यान्डर्ड सेट गरेको छ भने अरूहरूको कहानी सुन्दाखेरि यु सेट डाउन योर वाल्स अ लिटल बिट.
अर्को ठुलो डिस्कसन चाहिँ युजुअली आउने अराउन्ड इज द युज अफ सोसियल मिडिया एन्ड ह्याभिङ अ बेबिज फोटो आउट देयर. आजकल इट्स लाइक अ भेरी भ्यालिड डिस्कसन फ्रम बोथ पोइन्ट्स नि त. सो लेट्स डिस्कस दिस अ लिटल मोर. आई थिङ्क अल अफ अस हेभ आवर बेबिज आउट देयर होइन. सो लेट्स सी वाट आर द प्रोज एन्ड कन्स. के लाग्छ तिमीलाई बच्चाको फोटो राख्नु राम्रो हो कि आजकल राख्नै हुँदैन भन्ने डिबेट पनि छ. देयर सम पिपल जसले बच्चाको फोटो राखेकै छैन आजको दिनसम्म. एन्ड देयर सम पिपल हुभ लेट द किड्स अल्सो ग्रो विथ द लाइमलाइट बिकज इट्स अ पार्ट अफ यर लाइफ, यु कान्ट स्टप इट भन्ने खालको एङ्गल छ. सो लेट्स डिस्कस इट अ लिटल बिट. हाउ डिड यु or you, anybody can start, decide that okay, this is the path that I'm going to choose?
For first of all, what I want to say is like each parent's ko afnai huncha socha हैन, and we need to respect that.
Of course.
Just because this person like say a bacha dekhaunu man छैन र मलाई देखाउनु मन छ, like you said, we're not less of a mom or anything हैन. सबैको डिसिजन रेस्पेक्ट गर्नुपर्छ. मेरो छोरीको चाहिँ नेचुरली नै आफै नै भयो. मैले धेरै सोचेन. अनि अब बिकज मेरो छोरीले मलाई त्यस्तो गरेको देखेर पनि ऊ पनि आफै त्यस्तो हुँदै गयो क्या.
Yes, this happens.
Exactly like me. अनि आफै क्यामेरा राखेर मेकअप गरेर म त झन् छक्क परेको. सी इभन न्यू हाउ टु प्लेस कन्सिलर यसरी के. तर कन्सिलर होइन, अर्कै चिज लगायो यसरी. एन्ड देन लाइक स्पन्ज त हो नि, हामीले जे गर्छ सबै टिप्छ. सो आई फिल लाइक सिज म जस्तै क्या क्यामेराको अगाडि एकदम गर्नुपर्ने. एन्ड आई फिल लाइक इट्स अ क्वालिटी क्या, इट्स अ गुड क्वालिटी. सो आइ एम नट अशेम्ड क्या. गर भन्छु.
You do you. If your bachcha is comfortable and wants to be a part of it, why not, right?
हो नि. हो.
I think हामीले सोचेर नै सबैको आफ्नो चोइसेस
हजुर.
हुन्छ we have to respect everyone's choicesहरू but also when we post something we have to really be careful like there are so many bad people out there
Yeah.
हैन सोचेर गर्नु पर्यो so for me how I started is I have my full birth vlog है अनि त्यो चाहिँ अब a lot of people where I lived in UK मा हुँदा त्यहाँको मान्छेले चाहिँ एकदम रिलेट गर्नु भयो I took it in a I filmed everything raw के अनि so that people could see it in an educational way
Yeah, and
like
life
prepare.
changing only.
Yeah.
If you're expecting a baby and if you see someone else the whole journey, you know what to prepare for.
Yeah, exactly. So that's I'm so proud of that video. अनि पछि गएर मेरो छोराले ठुलो भएपछि त्यो हेर्यो नि यसरी भइरहेछ भन्ने भयो and then you know like अघि हजुरले कुरा गर्नुभयो त्यो अगाडि सुरुतिर where the mother gets so much strength to take care of the baby भने I had C-section just like last night हैन and then morning मा चाहिँ मैले आफै डाइपर चेन्ज आफै गरिरहेको छु कि अहिले हेर्छु म भिडियो what
How did I do this?
अनि त्यो भयो अनि त्यसपछि I did post for 3 months जति अनि and I stopped posting के because मेरो माइन्डमा कस्तो भयो भने this is my precious journey I don't think everybody has to see it भयो हैन त्यति बेला मैले त्यो सोचेर I stopped filming I didn't do any vlogs but now looking back मैले हेर्दा of course selectively के देखाउने के नदेखाउने भनेर पोस्ट गरेँ अनि त्यो पोस्टहरू चाहिँ मलाई चाहिँ एज अ डकुमेन्ट्री जस्तो भयो मेरो लागि एउटा हुन्छ नि मेमोरी चाहिँ कलेक्ट गरे जस्तो भयो बट नाउ आई डोन्ट रियली पोस्ट मच अबाउट हिम आई डु पोस्ट अबाउट प्यारेन्टिङको हुन्छ नि कुराहरू कहिलेकाहीँ तर नाउ आई ओन्ली पोस्ट गुड पिक्चर्स राम्रो पिक्चर्सहरू त्यो रोएको कराएको हल्ला गरेको त्यस्तो चाहिँ गर्दिनँ होइन सो द्याट वेन हि ग्रोज अप एन्ड लुक इन ब्याक छि तपाईँले के हालिदिएको यस्तो मेरो नभन्ने त्यस्तो भन्न नपरोस् भनेर सो सिलेक्टिभली हाल्छु बट एन्ड अल्सो आई डोन्ट डु एनी प्रमोसन अफ माई बेबी अहिले चाहिँ ऊ कस्तो भयो भने फोटो खिच्न आएन मम प्लिज नो नो मम्मी नो भन्छ अनि सो आई थिङ्क द्याट उसलाई चाहिँदैन होला देन आई डोन्ट पोस्ट इट
No, त्यो रेस्पेक्ट गर्नु त इज भेरी भेरी इम्पोर्टेन्ट यु निड टु जस्ट बिकज बच्चा हो भन्नेमा अर्को नेपालमा त्यो कल्चर छ कि लाइक यु नो सबैले फेस गरे होला यो होइन अब अभियसली आई नेभर डु द्याट एज अ मम बट आई सी मेरो फ्यामिलीमा पनि पिपल ट्राई डु द्याट ऊ कतै लयो भने ऊ अङ्कललाई नमस्ते गर त अब गर्नै पर्ने कि त्यो बच्चालाई आन्टीले गएर हगी गरेर किसी गरिदियो एन्ड देन इफ एङ्का इज हेजिटेन्ट एन्ड स्टफ नटी तिमी नटी हो
If you're not comfortable, then
द्याट इज सो रङ इन सो मेनी लेभल्स होइन यो चाहिँ एकदमै अनलर्निङ गर्नुपर्ने जरुरी छ क्या यो समाजमा आई फिल होइन यो बच्चा also has the right to say I don't feel comfortable doing this no matter 3 वर्षको होस् कि 5 वर्षको होस् and you need to respect that जस्तो हाम्रो एजमा if you don't like someone तिमीले त प्राउडली भन्छ त कोही देख्यो भने म त इग्नोर उतातिर जान्छ so why can't your kid do that right
No, and when we're teaching that हामीले जबरजस्ती नमस्ते गर यो गर त्यो गर भन्दाखेरि we're telling them to be people pleasers रे क्या for long term क्या
होइन naturally I जस्तो there's some of my friends or my family members that I can just literally runs into their arms when she sees them because उसलाई naturally त्यो sense of protectiveness and त्यो safety आउँछ नि त but नयाँ मान्छेहरू कहिले नदेखेको मान्छेलाई गएर हग गर्न जानुपर्ने त्यस्तो खालीको एकदम unrealistic standard चाहिँ I feel like please if that parent is you please stop doing that it's like really not healthy भन्छु क्या म चाहिँ
एन्ड हाम्रो नमस्ते गर्नु त पर्छ नि त इट्स लाइक हाई हेलो जस्तो हो नि त हाम्रो होइन सो मेरो चाहिँ के छ भने बेबीको नमस्ते गर भन्छ नि आई डोन्ट डु द्याट अफकोर्स यु क्यान से हाई हेलो जे भने नि एउटा ग्रिट गर्ने कुरा भयो है
एजमा पुगेपछि गरिहाल्छ वी आर नट ट्राइन टु से कि नमस्ते कल्चरै उडाइदियो भन्न खोजेको होइन फेरि प्लिज हजुरले त्यसरी नलिनु होला दर्शक होइन वाट वी ट्राइन टु से इज 2 वर्षको 3 वर्षको बच्चाले मन नलाइन बिकज उसले त भ्याल्यु बुझेको होइन हुँदैन नि त त्यो चिजको नमस्ते भनेको के हो अरू हामी सानो भएर हामीले ठुलोको अगाडि शिर झुकाउनुपर्छ ब्लेसिङ दिनुपर्छ अफकोर्स आइम गोना टिच माई किड अल द्याट तर हरेक चिजको टाइम हुन्छ कि जब उसले पनि त्यो भ्याल्यु बुझोस् कि ए नमस्ते भनेको के हो किन हामीले शिर झुकाएर आशीर्वाद लिन्छौँ त ए यसको लागि हो भनेपछि देन पो उसले गरोस् न अब अहिले फोकट्या दे डोन्ट इभन नो वाट इट इज एन्ड जस्ट बिकज गरेन भनेर देन युर स्कोल्डिङ देम चक्लेट दिन्न भनेर चाहिँ म पक्क न म माया गरिदिनँ म बोकेर कहीँ घुमाउन पनि लादिनँ द्याट्स ट्रमा इन योर किड्स हेड त्यो चाहिँ हुनु भएन कि
किड्स आर सो इनोसेन्ट अनि मलाई यो एकदम कस्तो स्पिरिचुअली कस्तो इन्ट्रेस्टिङ कुरा लाग्छ कि मेरो छोरा होइन उसले मन्दिर देख्यो भने मम्मी लुक नमस्ते यस्तो गर्छ होइन हामीलाई नि गर भन्छ बट मान्छेलाई गर्दैन
Same, ditto, high five.
Really?
Priyanka.
Oh my
जी
God.
भगवान, जी भगवान भन्छ कि भगवानलाई अनि ढोकिहाल्छ कि उसले उसले पनि खासै मान्छेलाई गर्न खोज्दैन अहिले चाहिँ
and we don't force her
Yeah,
and you don't force her
म पनि अब if she wants to do it कोही कोहीलाई चाहिँ अब कहिले काहीँ भन्छ नि त फ्यामिली मेम्बर्सहरूले ऊ हेर त बा आउनुपर्छ नमस्ते sometimes she does it I don't like if somebody forces her way too many times but गरेन भने पनि it's okay भन्ने खालेको
You can
zone
tell
मा
them
चाहिँ
टाइममा
हुनुपर्छ
गर्छ
ठुलो मान्छे आयो नमस्ते गर but if they don't want to do it then that's fine.
That's
But-
also completely fine.
Yeah.
All right, Sanna, like, you have been such a party lover. You used to be a club owner. हुन्छ नि?
हजुर, yeah.
That एकदम hot and happening Sanna जतिखेर हेर्दाखेरि पनि the most prettiest, the most well dressed and having a blast in your life. And then a baby came along.
Yeah.
होइन? So तिम्रो लाइफ बिफोर आफ्टर हेर्दाखेरि फ्यान्सहरूले पनि एन्ड हाम्रो दर्शकले पनि सोच्नुहुन्छ होला कि ओ माई गड एकदमै ठुलो डिमेन्सन शिफ्ट आयो होला तिम्रो
हजुर.
लाइफमा त भन्नु सो हाउ डिड यु ट्याकल द्याट एकदम गाह्रो भएको थियो कि यु जस्ट टुक इट लाइक
It was not difficult for me at all पहिला. I mean, club owner त भर्खर recently मात्र भएको हो. Excuse me, 1 year ago. पहिला त अब घुम्नु रमाइलो गर्नु यस्तो हो. So it wasn't very difficult for me to change my life. तर अहिले चाहिँ from being a mom and like राति 9 बजे सुत्नेदेखि now I'm like sleeping sometimes in the weekends I sleep at like 4-5 a.m. होइन त्यो चाहिँ it's so difficult for me but I purely did this business for the money and not because I want to go out and party and have fun मलाई त्यस्तो रमाइलो पनि हुँदैन अब त्यहाँ पुगेपछि रमाइलो त भइ नै हाल्छ
गर्नै पर्यो
but if I had the chance to choose क्या like घरमा बस्ने कि बाहिर बस्ने I would stay home नि क्या so I just take it as work I don't take it as like घुम्नु गएको this that भनेर के because मैले त्यही सुने होइन अब एल्कोहल बिजनेसले फास्ट पैसा कमाउँछ भनेर त्यसो लागि I was like I'm gonna sell alcohol
Okay.
So the only reason I started this bar is so I can make money quick so I take it as work and not as like fun although it is fun त्यसो like खासै गाह्रो चाहिँ भएन to like to drastic change भनेर
yeah.
because everything is mindset नि त how you view things, how you look at things. So I think मेरो mindset मा चाहिँ I took it like काम हो भनेर के and I was like more झन् अब अरू काम गर्नु भन्दा त बरु like हुन्छ नि आफ्नै तरिकाले आफ्नो रमाइलो काम गरेर
रमाइलो लाग्ने
गरिरहेछ so I feel like it's okay.
Okay, so अघि पनि हामीले एक्चुअली एउटा पोइन्टमा ब्रिफली कुरा गरेको थियौँ कि when we were talking about सासु बुहारी इक्वेसन and all that, remember? And then when there was one point we said कि like husband कस्तो छ पार्टनर कस्तो छ त्यसले पनि धेरै चिज डिसाइड गर्छ होइन So similarly in motherhood पनि having a good solid partner who helps you हुन्छ नि अब हेल्प भन्नाले हेर अटोमेटिकली जसले जे भने पनि 70% of the भार आमालाई पर्छ कि अनि त्यो भन्दैमा इट्स नट लाइक वी गोना गो एन्ड फाइट एन्ड चेन्ज द वर्ल्ड कि होइन मलाई 50% मा चाहिए त हुँदैन वी जस्ट मेड द्याट वे एन्ड भेरी अनेस्टली आई इन्जोय इट एन्ड आई इन्जोय बिङ द वान अन कल के राति केही भयो अरू अहिलेको टाइम पनि आएका अलिकति बिरामी भयो कतै लड्यो भने उसले फर्स्टमा मम्मा भन्छ विच 80% of the kids do because it's just wired that way. That doesn't make the dad bad automatically. के हो there are some dads who consciously don't make the effort which is really bad. अहिलेको जमानामा चाहिँ होइन बुढीले सबै गर्नुपर्छ भन्ने अनि घरै नआइदिने केही नगरिदिने खालि पैसा मात्रै कमाइदिएर पुगेन नि त अहिले त बिकज अहिले वोक भइसक्यो जमाना वी से लाइक वी आर प्रेग्नेन्ट हुन्छ नि वी आर अबाउट टु बी अ फ्यामिली भनेपछि मुखले मात्रै वी भनेर भएन नि त सो आई नो द्याट इभन यु हेभ अ भेरी सपोर्टिङ पार्टनर हुज डेफिनेटली हेल्प यु ड्युरिङ देखिन्छ नि क्या फ्रम द कन्फिडेन्स एन्ड द ग्लो द्याट रेडिएट्स इन योर फेस अब मेरो त मैले सबै नै सेयर गरेको थिएँ फ्रम माई लाइक हुन्छ नि प्रेग्नेन्सी भ्लगदेखि एभ्रिथिङ एन्ड आई हेभ अ भेरी ह्यान्ड्स अन ड्याड माई क्वेसन वाज टु यु बिकज you have raised your baby alone for a very long time, Nita.
That's what people think.
Okay, it's not like that?
No, it's not like that.
Let's talk about that.
Sabbajana, like that's Yankee's dad is such a good dad. Is a very good dad.
If you're comfortable, can we go back alik agari? First, only if you're comfortable, why did you guys never get married? Bacha paisake pachi pani त्यो equation ma हैन
दिमागमा आउँदै आएन के it was just that we were together. I don't need a ceremony to
prove anything to anyone.
त्यस्तो पनि होला नि त I don't know ऊ पनि एकदमै open minded I'm also very open minded so दिमागमा त कहिले त्यो म्यारेज भनेर आउँदै आएन क्या हाम्रो we're just like okay we want to get बच्चा पाउने which I don't encourage people to do because pros and cons भइहाल्छ
but then was it hard to convince your immediate family and I don't think your parents were like oh wow,
no
let's not get married and have baby the boy now
no my parents were definitely not happy
yeah
तर actually my mom but they were supportive also के
Okay.
अब कसै अब बच्चा पाए अब प्रेग्नेन्ट त भइ त हाल्यो भनेर they were supportive and they were nice
तर
to
त्यो
me.
टाइममा प्लिज अब 5 महिना प्रेग्नेन्सी हुँदाखेरि पनि बिहा गर त्यो खालको प्रेसर आयो
No, we did get like married, not like त्यो traditionally त्यो सबै धुमधाम यसरी चाहिँ होइन कि हामीले एउटा सानो घरमा सेरेमनी चाहिँ गरे.
Okay, but after you got pregnant.
Yeah, मेरो पेट यत्रो ठुलो थियो. Yeah,
Okay,
we
okay.
did that. Yeah.
And then
we also did like paper marriage, but that's solely because मेरो छोरीको पासपोर्ट बनाउनु थियो.
Okay.
अनि पासपोर्ट बनाउँदाखेरि you need marriage certificate रहेछ क्या. So त्यो कारणले गर्दा चाहिँ पेपर म्यारेज पनि गर्यो. So तर it's like त्यो ट्रेडिसनल त्यो हुन्छ नि त्यो धुमधाम म्यारेज चाहिँ गरेन भन्ने मात्रै हो. Everyone thinks like Yankee's dad is not in the picture, तर he's such a good dad. In fact, I was telling her अघि न क्या, I feel like हाम्रो family dynamics is probably better than most family dynamics that's like living in the same house and together. Technically हुन्छ नि किनभने her dad is so hands-on, teaches her so many things, and कति धेरै ठाउँमा I've seen like mommy daddy एउटै घरमा बसेर बुढाबुढी भनेर बस्छ तर they don't even do half of what Yankee's dad does. So Yankeeको ड्याडले त आफै लगेर 1 महिना घुमाउनु लान्छ. म 1 महिना चाहिँदैन. He's taken her on so many trips. इन्डियामा 1 महिना लग्यो मलाई त झन् आन याद त आउँछ तर I get to be by myself. अब कोहीले त उनीहरूको बुढाले बच्चा लगेर एक दिन हेर्नु पर्यो भने त सक्दैन मेरो बुढाले भन्छ नि. याङ्कीको ड्याडले त सानैदेखि आफै फुल हेर्छ क्या. I mean, तरिका छुट्टै हुन्ला. We might not always accept the way that they do it. होइन कहिलेकाहीँ डर त लाग्छ मलाई पनि डर त लाग्छ but then उनीहरू पनि त dad त हो नि parent त हो. They'll always do what's best for their kid.
That's true.
So I think Yankee's dad is such a good dad.
I think this is something people don't know. So I'm so glad that you shared it. So you guys are living separately.
Yeah, we live separately.
And then you co-parent.
Yeah, we co-parent very well.
Very well. So it's working for you.
It's working great.
That's
Yankee
amazing.
gets a part of both world. Ani, I feel like if we were living in the same house, के हुन्थ्यो भने automatically मैले ल आज चाहिँ mom day off है भने पनि अब if I'm around त ममै आइहाल्छ नि त like you said.
Yeah.
And this allows for both parents to be a better parent पनि के अघिदेखि नै मैले emphasize गरेको जस्तै क्या a good like a happy person is a happy parent भने जस्तै क्या.
Obviously.
So when Yankee is with her dad, I get to be all me. Like I don't have to be a mom, which is so rare for moms. Kids, you have to be a mom all day, every day. I know for me, I get this is one of the perks of not like being together. Pros and cons छँदैछ होइन but one of the perks is when Yankee's with her dad it's just me. I don't have to be a mom at all and that's what like मान्छेहरू कतिले भन्छ नि how do you have this energy कसरी जहाँ पनि गर्नु भ्याएछ. It's because I get enough time to be myself.
You get me time.
हजुर
That's very healthy me time.
Yeah. And then when I go back to being a mom then I can be a better mom.
I think this context is very important. And a lot of the things that you said, let's say, कति ठाउँमा हान्छ के if you listen to it carefully. I just want to make a few things with the audience. So first of all, नेपालमा के culture छ भने नि कति घरमा आजको दिनमा पनि if the husband wife is not happy and if they automatically have a child 80% त नहोला maybe 60 to 70% हाउसमा के भन्छ बिहा भइसक्यो बच्चा भइसक्यो कहाँ छुट्टिने बच्चालाई के हुन्छ कति गाह्रो हुन्छ हैन. तर यो जुन तिमीले अहिले भन्यो नि they don't think like this के you know if the mom is not happy or if the dad is not happy and you're asking them to compromise just because समाजले के भन्छ अब भोलि बच्चाको बाउआमा छुट्टिने तिमीहरू trust me बरु बाउआमा छुट्टेर if they're good in their zone and happy then that bacha is going to be very happy and healthy when they grow up and will not have like childhood trauma.
Yeah, exactly. For example, if they're not happy on एउटा घरमा बसेर बरु एकअर्कालाई silent treatment, giving all this emotional trauma, बच्चालाई झन् कति hamper हुन्छ होला.
कसको लागि कि समाजको लागि जस्तो देखाउनको लागि. Right?
Exactly.
I want to add a very interesting thing here from my perspective and our story of how we became good parents. So I think a lot of Nepali men are wired or brought up in that way where they don't take care of their child. सानैदेखि नै अब स्पेसली छोरा मान्छेहरूलाई त अब गर्नु पर्दैन भाडा मास्नु पर्दैन हुन्छ नि घरको धन्दाहरू नि गर्नु पर्दैन त्यो कुराहरू हुन्छ बच्चा त कसरी हेर्ने है. सो त्यो कुरा चाहिँ कस्तो भयो भने मेरो चाहिँ माई हस्बेन्ड हि इज ओन्ली चाइल्ड होइन एक्लो छोरा केही नि गरेको पनि थिएन एन्ड सडनली आफ्टर बेबी वी वर डुइङ एभ्रिथिङ टुगेदर अनि म चाहिँ कस्तो भयो भने मलाई कस्तो आई वान्ट थिङ्स द वे आई वान्ट होइन अनि उसले त झन् एक्सपिरियन्स पनि छैन बिचरा कोही सानोबाट केही गर्नु पनि परेको छैन अचानक बेबी आयो बेबीको सबै गर्नु पर्यो अनि फेरि भने जस्तो नि भएको छैन होइन जानेको पनि छैन नजान्दा मलाई लाइक फर्स्ट फ्यु मन्थ्स वेयर डिफिकल्ट फर अस तर आई अल्सो लर्न टु लाइक जस्ट बी ओके विथ उसले जसरी गरे नि एटलिस्ट गरेछ भन्नेमा मैले त्यो लर्न गरेँ अनि उहाँले नि कसरी लर्न गर्नुभयो भने ओके आई विल ट्राई म ट्राई गर्छु मैले नजाने पनि म ट्राई गर्छु हामी रिसाएर हुन्छ कि के गरेर हुन्छ वी फिगर्ड इट आउट के सो हामी वी आर नेभर अ पर्फेक्ट ह्युमन बिइङ होइन हामीले सबै कुरा जानेको हुँदैन तर वाट आई थिङ्क इज जानेको हुँदैन तर म नजानेको रहेछ मैले अझै सिक्नुपर्ने रहेछ भन्ने माइन्डसेट चाहिँ राख्नुपर्छ जस्तो लाग्छ अनि हामीले चाहिँ त्यसरी सिक्यौँ कि वी कुड बी लाइक ओ you don't know this, you don't, you know, like parenting, when people become parents, त्यति बेलामा चाहिँ एकदमै धेरै misunderstandings, the way we look at each other, एकदमै change हुँदो रहेछ कि relationships-मा नि because we're focusing solely on baby, we're not having me time for ourselves, we're not having, you know, like couple time होइन date nights-हरू कम हुन्छ पहिलाको भन्दा अनि त्यति बेलामा चाहिँ मिसअन्डरस्ट्यान्डिङ्स हल्का आर्गुमेन्ट्सहरू बढी हुँदो रहेछ कि बट त्यति बेलामा इफ वी डोन्ट लर्न टु फिगर आउट द्याट इज वेन अ लट अफ पिपल सेपरेट द्याट इज द केस इन युएस होइन धेरै डिभोर्सेसहरू आफ्टर बेबी ह्यापन्स होइन बिकज पिपल चेन्ज पिपल कान्ट लाइक ह्याभ द्याट इमोसनल मेच्युरिटी टु लाइक एड्याप्ट टु द सिचुएसन द न्यू सिचुएसन होइन विच इज लाइक सो भनरेबल सो लाइक इट्स अ बिग रेस्पोन्सिबिलिटी नि त सो त्यति बेलामा हामी चेन्ज हुन सकेन हामी एड्याप्ट हुन सकेन भने चाहिँ सेपरेट हुँदो रहेछ आइ एम नट सेइङ द्याट्स योर केस होइन तर त्योबाट चाहिँ हामी गो थ्रु भयो अनि त्यसपछि चाहिँ हामीले उहाँले नि हाउ टु बी अ गुड ड्याड हाउ टु बी अ गुड पार्टनर लर्न गर्नुभयो मैले पनि लर्न गरेँ हाउ टु नट बी सो लाइक हुन्छ नि मेरै वेमा हुनुपर्छ भन्ने होइन हेलिकप्टर मम or something होइन And now, how I take it is, of course, as a mother, you're the primary caregiver. And I will take him as my assistant. So I'm like, Ben out, sutrayeko cha हैन I don't want to wake up early. And आउनु त he wakes up so early के 6 बजे बेबी उठ्यो दुध लिएर आउनु भन्छ नि उठेर आएर नापी चेन्ज गरेर लग्नु हुन्छ and I just sleep.
No, that is so important I think like having a hands-on husband. Because हाम्रो देशमा चाहिँ fatherly diaper change गर्न सक्यो भने पनि it's celebrated के I find it so ridiculous. उसलाई diaper change गर्न आउँछ अबि ज्वाइँलाई नगराएको भए हुने
नो बट फेरि अघि तपाईँले भन्नुभएको जस्तो क्या सबकन्सियसली क्या हामी इभन हामीले सोच्छ कि वी थिङ्क वे वोक होइन तर हाम्रोमा पनि हुन्छ सो इल टेक टाइम क्या लाइक फर इक्जाम्पल याङ्की फर्स्ट दिन जन्मिँदाखेरि त्यो रातिको बिचमा उठाएर फिडिङ डाइपरहरू गर्दाखेरि आई वाज अल्सो म पनि हाफ अ स्लिप थिएँ यस्तो आँखा खोलेको त याङ्कीको ड्याडीले सबै गरिरहेको रहेछ क्या अनि म पनि सक चाहिँ भएँ क्या आई वाज अल्सो टेकन अ ब्याक एन्ड नो म्याटर हाउ मच वी से वी नो बेटर हाम्रो पनि त्यो सबकन्सियसली इन्ग्रेन भएको छ
हाम्रो समयमा गरेर बसेको छ but we need to make sure it's not repeated with our kids like they need to know better okay हाम्रो kids को बेलामा चाहिँ I feel like when they get married and when they have a hands-on husband or a hands-on father they need to be like oh this is how it's supposed to be
exactly
त्यो चाहिँ हुन पर्यो this is how it's supposed to be it's like you know I'll help you you help me out and everything in life it's a partnership you know
and then if you divide different parts it will be easier like take it like a fun game just to when he poops I'm like oh daddy duty's coming and daddy tired when they win
doesn't always have to be 50-50
it doesn't
and sometimes I'm like I'm so tired I really need to go for massage please be awareness la bhन्छ ani I go and we do that for each other so like assisting each other
I think bistarai it'll change
it is changing
अनि honestly भन्नुपर्दा the level of growth सँग म त I'm very proud जति देखिन्छ नि स्टोरीजहरू हो कति धेरै लेभल्समा तर फेरि हाम्रो a lot of our stories काठमाडौँमा मात्र सीमित हुन्छ नि त काठमाडौँ पोखरा धरान all these major cities तर अझै टाढातिर त आई थिङ्क अझै धेरै टाइम लाग्छ तर आई थिङ्क द्याट्स वाइ वी हेभ सोज लाइक दिस जहाँ हामीले यो विषयहरूको बारेमा बारम्बार कुराकानीहरू गर्छौँ ताकि एकजनाले मात्रै हेरेर उहाँको अलिकति मात्रै सोच्ने तरिका हेर्ने तरिका र बुझ्ने तरिका अलिकति मात्रै चेन्ज भयो भने यस्तो हुँदो रहेछ यसरी गर्नुपर्ने त्यो भयो भने पनि आई थिङ्क हाम्रो जित हो त्यो वी रिच्ड अक्रस सम पिपल होइन सो ब्रेस्ट फिडिङको कुरामा आऊँ होइन अल अफ अस अगेन वर्किङ मम्स है कतिको जज भए जस्तो फिल भयो मलाई त एकदमै भएको थियो
होइन पब्लिकमा
नट पब्लिकमा छिटो ब्रेस्ट फिडिङ गर्न छोड्यो भनेर कि हाउ लङ डिड यु
आई डिड a long time.
Okay, so that's a different story. That's a different story. Everybody has their own story. Na timle kati garyo 2-3 years?
3 years na garyo la. She still like needs my boobs to like if she gets a chance अहिले सम्म पनि बुबु छोएर सुत्छ.
What about you? How long did you breastfeed?
म चाहिँ I will say I didn't get the chance to experience breastfeeding properly because मेरो बेबी चाहिँ 2 weeks अगाडि नै निकालेको थियो टु ठुलो भएर. अनि जन्मिँदा 4 kg प्लस कति भएको थियो होइन सो सी सेक्सन पनि भयो द लेबर पनि आर्टिफिसियल इन्ड्युस भयो होइन सो माई बडी डजन्ट नो माई बेबी इज कमिङ आउट भनेर होइन सो ब्रेस्ट मिल्क पनि 7 days पछि भयो होइन बट आई वाज स्टिल प्रिपेयर्ड कि आई वाज सो प्रिपेयर्ड आई हेड एभ्रिथिङ फर लाइक हुन्छ नि ब्रेस्ट फिडिङै गर्ने भनेर प्रिपेयर एन्ड देन डु यु नो अबाउट द कोलोस्ट्रम हार्भेस्टिङ सो अब नेक्स्ट विक छ भने 1 week अगाडिदेखि गर्नु भनेको थियो लाइक स्क्विज गरी त्यो सिरिन्जको योमा होइन कोलेस्ट्रम कलेक्ट गरेर राखेको थियो होइन सो रेडी बट आउँदै आएन 7 daysसम्म होइन तर 7 days पछि आयो तर 7 days पछि मजाले आएर लाइक ओ माई गॉड सिलिकन हाले जस्तो यत्रो ठुलो भयो थियो होइन बट डिडन्ट कम आउट कि मेस्थेक समथिङ त्यो भन्ने भयो अनि त्यस्तो भयो नि तर बेबी इज युज टु बोटल
already
so I had to like pump get it out from the pump and put it in the bottle and feed to baby so when I give my breast to baby naturally he didn't want it okay ani so 4 months सम्म pump गर्दै exclusively pumping but also
breast but खुवाएन बेबीलाई
खुवाएन
okay
there was 2 weeks where he like latched on अनि खाएको जस्तो थियो but still there was formula so formula and breast milk 4 months सम्म गर्यो more of formula and less of breast milk अनि of course बेबीले नखाइसकेपछि चाहिँ स्टप हुँदै नि जाँदो रहेछ कि स्टप हुँदै गयो आई फेल्ट सो गिल्टी यस्तो नराम्रो लागिरहेको थियो त्यति बेलामा होइन
get to like how automatically everybody makes you feel so guilty if you cannot breastfeed
I felt so bad you know and even my family of course they were supportive and everything you know but still kota बच्चा आमाको दुध खुलाउनु पर्ने my mom like मैले त यिनीहरूलाई 2-3 वर्षसम्म खुलाएको हुन्छ नि all those thingsहरू त्यस्तो नराम्रोसँग भन्नु चाहिँ भएन होइन मेरो फ्यामिलीले तर मलाई आफै नै कस्तो गिल्टी फिल भयो कि लाइक वाइ कुडन्ट आई डु इट म यति धेरै आएको छ खाँदै हुन्छ नि देयर वाज वन पोइन्ट वर लाइक पम्प गरेर मैले यत्रो बोतल भरेँ होइन कस्तो ढुक्क फिल भयो सेका हिज ड्याड लाइक बेबीको ड्याडले त ऊ त वेस्ट भनेर फालिदियो ओ माई गॉड द्याट वाज सो प्रेसियस है अनि जस्ट ब्रेस्ट फिडिङ जर्नी चाहिँ एकदमै गाह्रो भयो मलाई आई क्विट इभन वान आई क्विट आई फिल सो ब्याड है सो गिल्टी अनि त्यसले गर्दा नि पोस्टपार्टम डिप्रेसन एन्ड एभ्रिथिङ भयो होइन बट नाउ आई फिल लाइक माई सन ही केम इन टु माई लाइफ एज अ ब्लेसिङ के बिकज उसले इफ आई ह्याड टु ब्रेस्ट फिड हिम अल द टाइम then I wouldn't get the time to actually focus on my career, on my work, on my business होइन अनि सो यसो सोच्दा एक प्रकारले ठिकै पनि भयो बिचरा उसले बुझेर नै यु नो लाइक कताबाट यु वान गो टु दिस मदर ओके उसँग गयो भने यसो हुन्छ भनेर ओके ओके भनेर प्लान गरेर आए जस्तो फिल भयो कि अनि आई जस्ट फिल सो ब्लेस्ड टु ह्याभ हिम
Because I think we have like 3 different stories. Yours is you breastfed for a very long time, mazale, na? And then there are some parents who do that. Mazale 2-3 वर्ष बच्चालाई दुध खुवाउनु and बच्चाको आमाको दुध is actually really good.
No, it also depends circumstances. म त्यतिखेर कोभिड थियो नि त हामी त म त घरबाट निस्किने सो के कामै छैन त अनि अब दुध दिँदै बस्ने नै हो नि त
त्यो भयो तिम्रो केसमा you wanted to but you still couldn't do it, right? मेरो केसमा I breastfed for 9 months but I have a very demanding job which requires me to, you know, lose weight faster and look a certain way. So lose weight भन्ने बित्तिकै अलिकति डायट कन्ट्रोल अलिकति एक्सर्साइज गर्ने बित्तिकै इट अफेक्ट्स यो ब्रेस्ट अब ब्रेस्ट मिल्क होइन प्रोडक्सनमा अफेक्ट गर्छ सो 9 महिना जस्तो पछि चाहिँ तर कस्तो भएको छ लाइक समथिङ द्याट यु सेड मैले आङ्कालाई 9 monthsसम्म उसले ब्रेस्ट मिल्क खायो अनि मैले बाबा अब बुबु नखाने ल अब तिमी ठुलो भइसक्यो एक दिनमा उसले आफै चट्टै छोडिदिएको के भोलिपल्टदेखि उसले नखोजेको क्या बुबु लाइक सी जस्ट one fine day I told her अब भोलिदेखि बुबु नखाने अब बटमा खाने अब त आइकाले कति ठुल्ठुलो अब खानाहरू खान्छ तिमी बिग गर्ल भइसक्यो त्यहाँदेखि भोलिपल्टबाट उसले बुबु नै खोजेन कि जस्ट लाइक द्याट किन कोही भन्छ नि कस्तो हरर स्टोरिज मेरो ममले भन्थ्यो कि अब मेरो पालीमा त मलाई खासै बुबु खुवाउन पाउनु भएन बिकज यो कारणले तर भाइको बेलामा चाहिँ यति 2.5 कि 3 वर्षसम्म बुबु खाएर नि नमानेर अनि मेरो मामाले त घाउ भयो भनेर नेल पलिसले रेड नेल पलिसले ड्र गर्नुहुन्थ्यो अरे कि
यतिचोटि याङ्कीलाई निकाल्नु ट्राई गर्यो she would always go back. I did all that nail polish हाल्ने टेप हाल्ने I did everything. Didn't work.
So धेरै समय दूध खुवायो भने you become a better mom.
You become a better mom? No.
I'm just putting the narratives out there.
You become a tired mom.
Or तिमीले बुबु खुवाएन भने you're a bad mom because your बच्चा is not getting the nutritions that जुन आमाको दुधमा पाउँछ or खुवाउँदै 7-8 महिनामै रोक्यो भने you're selfish because you chose yourself. These are the narratives out there. So let's talk about this a little bit.
Let's talk about the breast shapes. Right? A lot of people think that breastfeeding गर्दैन because breastfeeding गरे भने shape हट्छ या त बिग्रिन्छ आफ्नो body बिग्रिन्छ भनेर खुलाउन भन्छ नि. Even if you breastfeed or not, it is going to happen.
It is going to happen because थुन हो क्या अब हाम्रो दुध भनेको because you know milk carry गरेर you've provided for one person like for you milk त थियो नि त it's just that for certain reasons it didn't work out the way you wanted to and beside production बन्द भयो तर दुध त आयो नि त right so त्यो myth हो if people think that women are not willing to breastfeed because मेरो दुधको शेप बिग्रिन्छ भनेर त्यो regardless
हुन्छ नि
हजुर तपाईले भन्नुभएको नरेटिभ चाहिँ जे गरे पनि it doesn't matter it doesn't make you less of a mom देखि the whole time we've been saying that के कसरी बच्चा पायो कसरी ब्रेस्टफीड गरे कि गरेन बच्चाले कसरी मिल्क पायो it doesn't matter you're a mom the methods doesn't matter के हैन त्यही हो सबै कुरामा त्यही नै हो के
and I think कुनै पनि ममले चाहिँ बच्चा पाएपछि कन्सियसली म त दुध खुवाउँदिन त I don't think no mom does that okay? So respect everybody's choices because there are certain circumstances and certain situations that pushes the mom to go to that direction and you have no right to judge that okay? Or judge a mom based on her choices.
Yeah, she's as it is. A mom is already going through so much hormonal changes. So they don't need a romantico advice and judgment. Be kind because you don't know how much hormonal changes she's going through. A whole life change by physically hormones change by you have to wake up so many times in the middle of the night. Just be kind. Don't be like, don't give your 2 cents.
Yeah.
Now, formula feeding or breastfeeding moms are very different lifestyle pani huda rahecha hai. So, breastfeeding, you don't have to worry about all the bottles and everything. So, bottle feeding, you have to make sure the bottles are sterilized and everything. So, looking at my experience, my sister has decided I will not breastfeed. Because breastfeed गर्दाखेरि चाहिँ एकदम बच्चाले खाएर चाहिँ not because sagging को कुरा होइन कि घाउ हुँदो रहेछ एकदम त्यो बाइट गर्ने हुन्छ नि त्यो एज आउँदाखेरि एकदम गाह्रो हुँदो रहेछ प्लस अल्सो वर्क काममा जाँदाखेरि ब्रेस्ट नै चाहिने बच्चा एकदम डिस्कम्फर्टमा हुने त्यो कुरा धेरै हुँदो रहेछ नि त सो माई सिस्टर सेड म पनि आइ एम गोना गिभ फर्मुला नै एन्ड आजकल चाहिँ राम्रै फर्मुला पनि पाउँछ होइन
आमाको दुधको पौष्टिकता भएको भनेर पनि एडभर्टाइजहरू आउँछ नि आजकल which I think 100% आमाको दुध त कहिले पनि म्याच हुँदैन because that is something your body is generating to give to your kid हो नि त so I'm sure त्यसको एउटा अर्कै लेभलको भ्याल्यु छ but having said that बच्चाहरू जसले आमाको दुध खाएन तिनीहरू चाहिँ अलिकति लेसर अफ हुन्छ भन्ने त्यो चाहिँ please don't ever say it also and don't ever make moms feel like that who again like I said for whatever reasons could not breastfeed it's none of your business if you can't say something nice don't say the wrong things please
and also like don't be a hypocrite I'm sure timarko afnai life ma pani you're not always making the right choices I know
okay I think कस्तो intense like हुन्छ नि बोल्दै जाँदा हामी झन् खुल्दै गएर like dang बोली हाने जस्तो हुन्छ नि but needed topics and needed discussions so अलिकति let's make it a little light okay we're going to play a little game now it's a rapid fire kind of round I'm going to ask you a few questions but you're only supposed to give the wrong answers
Oh, I've
So
played
the
this.
better wrong answer is going to win, okay? So make it creative, make it witty.
Oh, and then I'll add, okay, like you cannot say something random. Okay, like what color is this cushion bane? You cannot say camera. It has to be like a color name.
Yeah, you cannot say random things. Okay?
I've played this so many times.
I'm bad at games.
You think, like I'll just say camera. And then match चाहिँ हुनु पर्यो color what color भनेको छ भने चाहिँ color नै हुनु पर्यो
Yeah, but it needs to be wrong.
चाहिँ
Context, out of context चाहिँ हुनु भएन
भएन.
के
Okay.
जस्तो मैले you are a dash mom भनेर हैन अब त्यहाँ फिट हुने नै एडजेक्टिभ हुन पर्यो के but I'm telling you give the wrong answer so you can
Yeah.
say you are a worst mom wrong answer भयो नि त because you're not a worst mom you're giving me the wrong answer नि त
So I have to give you the wrong answer.
you
Yeah,
both
wrong
have to give
answers
me the
only.
wrong answer only.
wrong answers
Okay.
only.
So let's say I'm going to say what color is this couch Deepa
quick भन्नु पर्छ.
quick what color
Black.
is this? Yeah,
Yeah,
good now
but it
you
has to be
got a
faster.
point. It has to be fast
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
is
नत्र
that
यस्तो हान्दिने हो.
what is that green thing next to you
It's a
Bag.
tree.
Bag.
it's a tree
That's also not
that's also
bad.
good she likes a bag okay so you got the game all right
Okay.
so every time you take time or your answer is boring you're gonna take a shot a healthy shot
Okay, thank God. I was
That's
like,
gonna
no
come
alcohol,
in.
please. My job requires me to drink alcohol. Thank God, healthy shots.
So wrong answers only. The shots have arrived, and I'm not going to tell you what it is, but it's a healthy shot. Okay,
Okay.
it's a healthy shot, like mom-friendly shots. Aye. तर wrong answer भन्नाले चाहिँ like wrong. Actually, the word wrong भयो भने मात्रै wrong हुँदैन है फेरि अलिक boring भयो अनि मलाई अलिक vibe feel भएन भने पनि I'll make you drink the shot. So अलिकति mix of that creativity and that juice and spice and sass सबै हुनु पर्यो. Then I'm going to be like, great. Otherwise, you take the shot.
Oh, garo.
बुझ्यो?
Yeah, त्यस्तो, oh my, I know we're drinking this.
Okay, first question. दुवैजनाले bad भन्ने हो है यो. What's in your baby bag?
Lipstick.
Hairspray.
We're so bad. It's slow भयो.
Please drink. It's like horrible.
No, this was a trial.
Because see, baby bag ma lipstick hunda केही फरक पर्दैन के.
yeah.
But
Because we're
hairspray?
working mom, hairspray पनि.
Okay, this
You
was
should
a trial.
say you should say like weed. Stuff
Oh.
like that. You know?
Oh my God. Okay.
Then it makes it tempting because you're
Okay.
Okay. This was a trial.
you're
This was a
bad if you have weed in your baby
Yeah,
bag.
okay.
Got it. Okay. Wrong answers. Wrong answers. Where do babies come from?
ear.
Good one. But yours is also not bad. You both don't have to drink it. Okay. A name that you would give your baby with love.
Asshole.
Gunda.
Asshole.
Asshole is also good. Okay, next. Husband's biggest contribution to parenting.
Dancing.
Drink that shot. What are you waiting for? But you still have to give me an answer. It's already late.
भन्नु चाहिँ पर्छ.
Oh, late the boy, so you disqualify already, but I still want to hear. What is your husband's biggest contribution?
Like wrong answers, eh? Some situations मा त money पनि हुन्छ because they don't provide money.
Okay. Motherhood in one wrong word.
Boring.
Always fun. Which is wrong because it's not always fun.
Okay, I think both of the answers were valid and good. All right. I don't think you performed really good,
Yeah.
but it wasn't bad either.
Yeah.
ठिकै थियो. To balance it up so that our audience has a little bit of fun. Not wrong answers. I'll actually just ask you some rapid fire
Last.
questions. I thought. If you could go back and change one thing about the way you raised Yankee, what would you change?
Less screen time.
Okay. What about you?
I would love to have his grandparents parents near him. So उहाँको बाजे बोजू नै सँगै भएको भए नि I'll be more happier if he's raised that way.
Okay. If you were to have another baby, do you want a son or a daughter?
Son.
Daughter.
Obviously the opposite, I know.
Yeah.
10 years from now, what kind of mom do you think you'll be?
I think I'll be a super cool mom. Like बच्चासँगै घुम्न जाने, shopping गर्ने, रमाइलो गर्ने. I feel like we'll be best friends.
I think I'm going to be a fun mom,
Yeah.
but also a strict mom.
Okay.
But not so strict way, like very like guiding him in a राम्रो way.
How do you think you'll react when Yankee has her first boyfriend?
I don't think it will come out as a shock because we're so close. अहिले नै भन्छ के, Mommy, I have a crush on this. अनि उसलाई crush भन्नु आउँदैन थियो क्या. Mommy, I have a on this guy. भन्छ क्या, she doesn't know how to say crush. Like blank छाड्छ क्या. So अहिले नै she's so open already about everything. She'll tell me everything. हाम्रो क्लासमा यो केटीले योलाई मन पराउँछ यस्तो सब भन्छ कि. So I don't think I would be shocked.
Okay. What about you?
I think I'll be like, oh, so cute.
But then you'll both be like supportive parents.
Of course.
But what age does your child have to be for you to be supportive parents?
At least 15.
Yeah, because दसैँ वर्षमा आएर I'm so madly in love with someone भन्यो भने how will you handle it as this generation parents?
I think I would say like it's normal to have feelings and feel that way, but you don't know anything about having a boyfriend.
So you'd navigate it in a soft way,
Hazur.
not like हाम्रो जमानामा भाटाले पिटाइ जस्तो त होइन नि हैन. I still remember when I made my first boyfriend म grade 8 मा हुँदा मैले पिटाएको थिएँ कुचोले के. I was literally beaten.
Yeah, and then
So त्यो approach त भएन नि त हाम्रो generationमा. So what is the approach to tell your child in a nice respectable way कि you know बेला भएको छैन.
Yeah.
I think I will say like relationships are normal to happen. It's normal to have feelings, to like someone, but take it slow. And also that person may not be your forever person, and that's okay. Yeah. You'll meet so many people and just
you know
make friends with everyone.
Yeah. We've seen in so many circumstances that say parents or strict parents or could on worse. So but if we're more open and lenient, that way उनीहरु हामीसँग कुरा पनि गर्न सक्छ and then we can guide them properly झन् के. So having open conversation I feel like better result दिन्छ.
And most importantly, if you have a son, I will say like you need to be more caring, more respectful towards the woman, towards girls भनेर नै सिकाउँछु म चाहिँ.
एकदम सिकाउनु पर्छ. I feel like यही कन्टेक्स्टमा कुरा आउँदाखेरि because you're a girl mom है कतिको डर लाग्छ. म त डर लाग्छ यार because one day she's going to be grown and I kind of कहिलेकाहीँ मलाई कस्तो डर लाग्छ कि because the world is not really a safe place neither right now for young girls. के कुराहरू सुनिन्छ नि त अनि त्यो कुराहरू कहिलेकाहीँ अब we धेरै टाइम बाँकी छ तर त्यो डर आउँछ के दिमागमा. आउँछ तिमीलाई?
आउँछ एक्चुअली. मेरो के अरे याङ्कीको ड्याडले मलाई भन्छ क्या डोन्ट बी सो नेगेटिभ, डोन्ट थिङ्क टु
नेगेटिभ थिङ्स
बिकज अब आम कम्फर्टेबल लिभिङ हर विथ हाम्रो चिनेको मान्छेहरू यस्तो यस्तो ठाउँमा, तर कुन कुन ठाउँमा भर्खर भर्खर चिनेको मान्छेहरूसँग छाड्नु चाहिँ आम नट कम्फर्टेबल क्या. अभियसली सबै पेरेन्ट्सलाई त्यस्तो हुन्छ. अब अनि उसको ड्याडले अर्को अर्को ठाउँमा लग्यो भने म एकदमै गराउँछ क्या. You don't know त्यो मान्छे कस्तो छ के छ.
And it's valid.
And then plus अब केटा मान्छेहरूको त सर्कलमा धेरै सो केटा नै हुन्छ नि त, हाम्रोमा पो केटीहरू धेरै हुन्छ हैन. So I always tell him क्या त्यो केटाको छेउमा बस्न दे, or like just watch out, be careful. Even if you're present, you never know. Kids get molested from so small क्या. And molest भनेको रेपै हुनुपर्छ भन्ने छैन क्या. Inappropriate touching हुन्छ. अब स्कुलहरुमा कति हुन्थ्यो त टिचर्सहरुले यतिकै मात्रै गर्नुपर्ने अनि बच्चाहरूलाई
गुड टच ब्याड टचहरू सिकाउनु पर्छ सानैदेखि.
त्यो चाहिँ अहिलेको स्कुलहरुमा चाहिँ सिकाउँछ.
त्यो गीत भाइरल भएको थियो नि these are my private parts वाला. I think we should all teach that to our kids. It's such a catchy way for your kids to know that no one should touch them.
I think यस्तो कुरा चाहिँ not just like छोरीहरूको लागि मात्र हैन, छोरालाई पनि
definitely
equally नै. And मेरो सनको लागि चाहिँ अफकोर्स सिकाउनु पर्छ होइन धेरै कुरा. आई थिङ्क छोरी हुँदा चाहिँ अझै धेरै डर लाग्दो रहेछ. विच इज वाइ आई डोन्ट वान ह्याभ आई वरी अबाउट ह्याभिङ सेकेन्ड चाइल्ड. इफ छोरी भयो भने चाहिँ लाइक आई विल ह्याभ सो मच अफ दिस लाइक इनबिल्ट traumas that from my childhood that would like come up.
And I think like केटाहरूले they don't understand the weight of this के. Like जस्तै मेरो छोरीको ड्याडलाई when I say please be careful, तिम्रै आँखाको अगाडि पनि मोलेस्ट भइरहेको हुनसक्छ, you won't know. अब यो रुममा छ अरे टन्नै केटाहरू छ अरे, अब उसको ड्याड यहाँ बसिरहेछ अरे, छोरी त्यहाँ एकजनाले गएर काखमा inappropriately राखिदियो भने you won't know it could be happening
unless you actually pay attention and read the room and try kind of figure out ki okay.
अनि त्यसैले मैले जहिले भन्छ कि you will never know, you'll be so comfortable situation मा पनि हुन सक्छ त्यस्तो, and guys will just never understand the weight. I feel like as girls, most of us has gone through molestation. होइन like I said, necessarily rape पे हुनुपर्छ भन्ने
Yeah.
छैन.
त्यतिखेरतिर त्यसलाई मोलेस्टेसन या त गुड टचबाट लेबल पनि पाएको थिएन होला कि when we went awareness नभएर
होइन. But now that we have access to this knowledge, we can do better.
Yeah, we can do.
I know for sure कि I have so many experiences. सानो बेलादेखि नै हुर्किँदाखेरि मलाई के अरे उचाल्छु भनेर हुन्छ नि, केटाले अब बुबमा यस्तो गरेको सानै हुँदाखेरि. I have so many incidents like this क्या. So it's I know नि त कतिको आफ्नै आँखाको अगाडि हुनसक्छ भनेर. त्यसलाई मैले जहिले पनि याङ्कीको ड्याडलाई भन्छ कि प्लिज बी केयरफुल, पे एक्स्ट्रा अटेन्सन. But I don't think they would ever understand that weight. किनभने केटालाई त त्यस्तो हुँदैन नि त. केटीहरूलाई अब लाइक आई सेड के अब केटा टिचरहरूले टिच गरेर जस्तो गरेर यस्तो यस्तो
Yeah, I felt that as well. When I was studying in Nepal, मलाई पनि टिचरले हैन like they want to slap on the butt के म चाहिँ मान्दै नमानेको हैन, अरु बिचार अरूलाई गरेको छ.
I feel like केटीहरू everyone has gone through little things.
Yeah, some way or the other ma.
And not necessarily केटा मान्छेबाट मात्रै त्यस्तो हुन्छ भन्ने छैन, केटी मान्छेबाट नि हुन्छ कि there can be other female out there who could be molesting your child. So छोरा बच्चालाई मात्र हैन, छोरी बच्चालाई मात्र हैन, सबैलाई हुन सक्छ.
Just in general अहिलेको जमानामा चाहिँ it's better to
be safe than sorry.
Be safe and then to educate and aware your kid from a really young age about what is appropriate and what is not appropriate. Say I think सिकाउनु नै पर्छ.
And let them know that
it's okay to come and
talk to us.
It's okay to come and tell us. Yeah. All right, I think धेरै नै रमाइलो हुन्छ अनि फन टक्स धेरै गरिन्छ होला भनेर मैले सोचेको थिएँ, तर एकदमै धेरै इन्टेलेक्चुअल एकदमै धेरै निडेड टपिक्समा हामी डिस्कसनहरू गऱ्यौँ. सो आई फिल लाइक फर एनीबडी हु इज वान्टिङ टु नो मोर अबाउट मदरहुड, जो अहिले early stages of pregnancy मा हुनुहुन्छ or who is expecting a family soon, तपाईले यो एपिसोडबाट चाहिँ एकदमै धेरै ज्ञान पाउनुहुन्छ. And already for people who have kids too, like 5 बच्चाको 7-8 वर्षको, I think we covered a lot of topics about expectations, about how the society is, about how you as a mom or as a family or as a parent should be able to breathe, right choices, wrong choices. And I'm so glad that you guys opened your heart and shared all your experiences. So jane belama चाहिँ we have a gift hamper for you guys from NYANO.
Thank you.
Oh my God! Okay,
Heavy.
Thank you.
Pass it.
Oh, it is heavy.
Passing, please.
Thank you. Thank you.
Okay, put it here.
Oh wait, and this is for you.
Thank you.
Bari, so you can just like maybe just put it here.
Thank you.
Okay.
Actually, hold.
I'm sure basket editor, you must be thinking, oh my God, kati dhere diapers, because maybe your kids are already potty trained. Mine already is. But I feel like NYANO diapers is not just a diaper, it carries love. So the reason we're giving all our guests NYANO diapers and a basket full of them is to give you guys the NYANO love, and that's so that you can pass the basket on to someone who needs it in your family, in your friends, and because NYANO is so comfortable and it has a lot of love, I feel like you must pass it on because every child deserves to use it if they haven't already. And actually use गरिसकेपछि चाहिँ then we want them to be hooked to it, because it's like really good.
Okay.
So how did you guys feel being a part of this podcast, and just let me hear your opinions.
I feel तपाईले भन्नुभएको जस्तो I feel really honored that I can share my experiences. अनि कसैलाई हेल्प हुन्छ भने मेरो स्टोरीले it's job done के तपाईले भन्नुभएको जस्तो गरेर. So thank you so much for giving us this platform, हैन, and for letting us हाम्रो कहानीहरु share गर्नलाई. I'm really grateful for that. Thank you.
What about you, Deepa? How did you feel?
First thing say I'm like flying जस्तो यो feel भइरहेको थियो सुरुमा हैन, because I'm sitting with a person who is like नेपालको खतरा मान्छे लाग्छ के मलाई हैन, पहिलादेखि लाग्छ like how do you do everything, like so inspiring लाग्छ. If she can do it, I can do it too feel हुन्छ के. अनि हजुरबाट त एकदमै धेरै एनर्जी आउँछ, मोटिभेसन आउँछ. You do so many things गरिरहेको हुन्छ, but you look so calm, हैन. You make us feel so comfortable. So thank you so much. अनि for having us here as well. Thank you for having us. मलाई चाहिँ एकदम खुसी फिल भयो. And also आजको कुराहरू, टपिक्सहरू जुन हामीले सेयर गर्यौँ, I think धेरैजनालाई हेल्पफुल हुन्छ. That was my sole intention to share about my birthing vlogsहरू पहिला, हैन. अनि आज चाहिँ मैले धेरै कुराहरू, धेरै टपिक्सहरू यस्तो पनि सेयर गरेँ जुन मैले सेयर गरेको थिएन पहिला. But I feel fine about it. It's going to help a lot of people. And I'm really happy to meet you today after so many years. अनि एउटा मदरहुडको हुन्छ नि पावर हाउस जस्तो भयो.
mothers coming together. So it's almost time to end it. So because we talked about motherhood and celebrated where we are and celebrated the entire journey, ni, because sabai parts that brought us here and made us who we are today equally important, ho ni ta? From the early pregnancy to having the baby, त्यतिखेर कति धेरै postpartum depression भयो होला कसैलाई, pregnancy blues भयो होला, everything भयो होला, the hearts and the beauty and everything like बिस्तारै निप्टाउँदै we've reached here. So shots the use bhayena, but then let's cheers
To motherhood.
to motherhood and let's end this episode at that note.
Okay.
Cheers. यति मिठो कुराकानी भयो, and I feel like we talked about so many things that are so important. र मैले अघि नै पनि भनेको थिएँ, हाम्रो एपिसोडले यदि यहाँको अलिकति पनि कुनै सोचाइ, कुनै धारणालाई लर्न या त अनलर्न गर्न हेल्प गर्यो, या यहाँले कसैलाई एडभाइस दिँदाखेरि यसरी गर है, मैले त यस्तो सिकेको थिएँ है, मैले त यस्तो सुनेको थिएँ है भनेर मात्रै एउटा मात्रै घरमा पनि हामीले थोरै चेन्ज ल्याउन सक्यौँ या एउटा मात्रै परिवारलाई पनि थोरै सहज बनाउन सक्यौँ भने आई थिङ्क we've done our job right जस्तो फिल भइरहेको छ. आखिर हाम्रो यो प्रोग्रामको उद्देश्य नै के हो? टु एजुकेट, टु अवेयर एन्ड टु मेक अल दिस डिफिकल्ट टक्स एक्सेसिबल. So thank you for staying with us today. यहाँहरू जतिले पनि यो एपिसोड हेर्नुभयो, to all our working moms, helicopter moms, super moms who are balancing life and work so effortlessly, please leave them a little message of love, of kindness. Tell them how proud you are of them. हाम्रो मेसेज बक्समा तपाईको मेसेज छोड्नुहोला र हामीले मेसेजेसहरू पढ्छौँ. And the most heartfelt comment जुन तपाईले छोड्नुहुन्छ, that is going to receive a special gift hamper from NYANO. र यो अनाउन्समेन्ट हामी NYANOको official Instagram, TikTok र Facebook मार्फत गर्नेछौँ. अर्को हफ्ता हामी फेरि पनि अर्को इन्स्पायरिङ स्टोरी लिएर आउनेछौँ. आशा छ जुन माया साथ यहाँले दिइरहनु भएको छ, आउने दिनहरूमा पनि यहाँले दिनुहुनेछ. If you're a new parent and if NYANO is something new to you, then please click on the description box and collect your NYANO diapers ASAP. किनभने तपाईले एकचोटि NYANO चलाउन थाल्नु भइसकेपछि त्यो NYANO मायाको साथ यहाँले छोड्न सक्नुहुन्न. So अर्को हफ्ता फेरि पनि जोश, जागर र एनर्जीको साथ हामी फेरि पनि आउनेछौँ. Until next time, keep it warm and keep it NYANO.